I tell some clown.
Easy now, no need to go down. Rock that one, that is how we from. Easy now, no need to go down.
Till I come round, come for the 4 pound.
Easy now, no need to go down. Rock that one, that is how we from.
Sit down, me love how you perform. You grabbing me body, you never go scratch your palm. Wait, your pussy good, me never dead so long. Wait, your pussy good enough, you put it in a song. Tell you the man say, him better run. Come, we fight for your pussy, old veteran. Watch how your step, land mine, set a pressure bomb. You just make it sitting tough up and I never gang. Squeegee round and leave him alone. Shake your bum, see the shape of your round. Leave your panty, the G-string at home. Tell her come see me, come for the 4 pound. Me a kai, sign your tricks. Touch the grapevine, bite your lips. Make you waistline, why not tick? Don't waste time when I visit. Just come in and kiss me, no risky. She a said that the jacket he go fit me. Disappear like when me do the tricks. See a fight, but she did Lulu before 50. Come and make me pet a pussy Jimmy. Me I know your brother nothing no wrong if you feel it. Pizza your order, but me deliver please. Skinny out like Victoria, could not keep the secret.
Shit, I was reading. My bad. What's up, bro?
I have to get the name of that one.
I see Roberto doing some bopping over there. You know what I mean?
That was a nice tune, yo.
Yeah, let's just hope it doesn't get copyright claimed so we can keep it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm hoping for. But other than that, what's up, people? Welcome back to another episode of the O.O.C. Couldn't make it last week. Family things happen. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But we are here today. Got Roberto in the house. Roberto, tell the people where they can find you, sir.
Usually it's right here when life doesn't get in the way with my boys them, Bigger Ford Entertainment, JG Shaolin, bringing it live, getting shit off our chest, you know what I mean?
100%. And then we have the baddest hype man on YouTube, Mr. JG Shaolin. Do your thing, homie.
JG Shaolin, terrific. The undisputed final boss of the 36 champs of Shaolin. What? Thank you all for tuning in live for this yet another fire and brimstone stream of the O.O.C with the host Nzo, aka the Abbott, and the Osiris of the Spliff King, and the Professor of Gunja, alongside the co-host Roberto, aka Mr. 100, aka No Trouble Did It Ain't Gonna Be Irie. No woman, no cry. And of course, me and my homie Superwise did the finale of the Daredevil watch party, but we still got some more watch parties coming later on. So check us out. And of course, check out my uncle on the GGC. And he's not here, but I gave him the shout out as always. The amazing, the outstanding, the charismatic, always man of the hour, one of the finest police officers to ever grace these great, you hear that, Unzo? These great, Unzo, one more time, these great United States. Simplify himself. The man with the fashion sense that can turn any pauper into a prince. Do you smell it? I smell it. We all smell it. Can you smell what Danny's cooking?
Yeah, you're right. We smell it. We smell doo-doo. That's what we smell. What up, Noah? How you doing, brother? Thanks for popping in. Much appreciated. You know, whenever we do this show, we always have some topics, kind of gets, really deep topics. But I always like to
take your mic real quick.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, man. I was meaning to do that too.
Thank you. Thank you.
There we go.
Thank you. So you know how we do it. We always get into some deep topics, but I think we have some deep things coming through. I got this little video here that I'm gonna show. This is for the Americans. I want to show you guys up here in Canada where we're talking some real Canadian slang. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean, Roberto?
Hey? I don't use that shit, JG. You can't use that on me.
Let me get to this video real quick. If I can find it. Where the fuck did it go?
You never noticed back in the day, Nzo, as soon as you throw that A out there, they ask you where you calling from?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Oh, I'm calling from New Zealand, eh?
You know what? That's not it. Hold on a second, guys. I can't even find this damn video now.
I was actually playing a game with some Canadians the other day. I knew they were Canadian because they kept saying, "Hey." They're like, "Hey, we're gonna go over there, eh?" Oh, you hear that, eh? I'm like,
Well, the
"Oh,
way
y'all gotta be Canadians."
it depends the way they say their A. You could tell where they're from.
100%. All right, what? Here you go. Found it.
Wagwan waysuit. Holy, is that a Canada Goose jacket? Yeah, tutus. Arthur jammed it for me. I yerked him off because he loves me off. Yeah, eh? That's how you're moving, Crody? Canada Goose fur. I'm so cold, bro. Shorty, if I was your man, I would have stained a Monclizzy for you instead. How about you cop yourself a tooth brizzy instead? You're dissing still. Okay, I'm Marv, fam. Let's go get a junior chicken and a Fruitopia and Sprite. Big back, big back. Bye, babes. Don't know, fam. Guys, hold on. I have to go to my locker. Who put that there? Dear Mon Clown, I am coming to you as a woman. I've been seeing Arthur for 2 months. So I guess we're sharing the same man. Hashtag sister wives. Arthur, who's Kiana, huh? Who's this? I bet she's from Gin and Finch. Yo, go on easy. She's just a battery thing. I bet you got her the same jacket you got me. Chill. It was a buy one, get one free. Yo, them. I can't believe this guy took me for a idiot. I can't believe his side thing wrote you a letter like you're Santa Claus. Yo, let's jump him. No face, no case. No crash out. We're in our soft girl era. Remember? Look who it is. The man who loves to give bun. I didn't know Easter came early. Yo, nice your beak, shorty. I didn't do anything. Wallahi. Yo, watch your mouth how you're talking to my friend, eh? Before I call my big bro on you. Again. Who, DK? Yup. What? Exactly. So beat it, kid.
So what's a battery thing? What do you say changes the battery thing? What is that?
Thing I understood. It's just a battery thing, you know.
You never run a battery. Either,
Oh no, I never heard of that. She's a battery thing. What is that?
Basically, it's like it did it and ran, you know.
I'm sorry using that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry using that one.
More than one man hitting it at the same time. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's a battery.
Yeah,
so she basically a hoe, but she's somebody.
Yeah. The man them run through it basically, you know.
Flex. That's
yeah.
It's a battery thing. I like that.
But that's 100% T dot written.
That's how they talk over there, bro. If Chillmonger was here, he would be able to tell you everything they said.
So hold on a minute, Angela.
Yeah.
Are they supposed to be yardies?
No, that's even the ones that aren't yardies, that's how they talk, bro. They have that yardie slang to their accent. You know what I mean?
That's some false shit, yo.
Why?
I don't know, man. It's just like, how do you just come up with these words and think they have meaning?
And it's funny too, because a lot of the slang that they use, they mix it with Jamaican. You know what I mean?
That's
so
battery
thing is a Jamaican thing. Like they just use it in Toronto thing. He said I'm marved, which means she's hungry. You know what I mean? Like I don't know where these words came from, but one time I was talking to Chill, and I was like, Chill, can you talk like that? And Chill was like, bam, he just spit it out, and I was dying, bro. I was like, yeah, you're a real Toronto man, boy.
You know what though? I would love to see a Canadian yardie and a British yardie have a conversation. That would be some funny, wild stuff.
But to be honest with you, back in the day, uptown, we used to have our own little slang too. You know what I mean? Used to say some words that people them never really said, and yeah, it was crazy, bro. It was crazy.
I guess everyone more or less has their own slang, you know.
100%. Now this one, I'm going to play it now because we do have a topic coming up that actually it works pretty well with the topic that we have.
Ow.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
You don't know.
You couldn't save that for the last one, because that would have been perfect, man.
I know, right?
How many times that happened to me, man? I look at the floor like, what's up with that carpet? It's the same carpet the whole floor I walked on.
Oh my goodness.
Bro, I kid you not, one time I'm in bed and I'm lying down and I went to stretch And man, I pulled a muscle in my thigh, and you're like, oh wait, yeah, bro. Like you get old, man, and we're gonna get into that, but definitely, that's what happens when, yeah,
we'll get into it.
yeah, it's gonna be funny. What up, Joe Black? How you doing, man? Thanks for popping in, much appreciated. You know me,
what up,
I got
what up, Dwan?
absolutely 100%, guys. Thank you for popping in. I do believe I had one more. Oh, actually, I had two more. Okay, well, first we'll do this one.
Negative effects of smoking marijuana. 1. You have less marijuana. 2. I forgot.
I know we can all relate to that one, bro. Trust me on that.
Yeah, but when you got that plus age,
yeah,
it's double whammy, because I know some people don't smoke pulling off that shit.
Facts. One more. And the one more, guys, for the Jamaican boy over here, Mr. Roberto. He'll relate to this one.
Huh?
What did he say? I missed it.
Him I say?
Yeah.
You heard what he said or so? I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. I caught that.
You know what I'm saying?
What am I saying? Yeah, here we go. Watch this.
Hey, where's the rat boy now? Cause me have sit me at the road I back there, man. Me have that. Hold on. Banana. Yeah, man. Yo, me think I talk you say we are talk, man. What? How we get that? Hey, woman, broke that blood clot, man. How you do? Broke it. Me not put my blood clot mouth over no banana. Make it not put your mouth over by. Broke it. Hey, girl, don't ramp with my badness, you know. Hey, sure. So bad after all, you know. So that's why the monkey don't love it. So, hey, girl, bumbo clot, girl. You know what? Yo, send me my blood clot yard. Yeah, me nobody want a fucking green card, you know. Style here, can style up yard, man. Oh, I like how you do it, man. Not over no banana, no, man. How you do it, man? Blood clot, man. Yard, man, this, no. Hey, you see him bumbo clot. Pass the fucking passport. Me find myself at airport. Bumbo, hey, girl. This man, you know.
You know what I see like this on the net now, man? Wow.
Oh man, the Jamaican things, they kill it, bro. They are killing it. Those Jamaican dubs overs. Oh my god, they're killers. And for those of you that don't know, man ain't supposed to eat banana just like that, right? Because you know what I mean? So the dog was like, nah, you ain't doing that. Especially it's a black dog too as well. But thank you guys, much appreciated. We do have a couple of topics here today. And finally, we got a topic that was JG's topic where I'm like, okay, this is a good topic. Finally.
Everybody needs to know I've sent Nzo plenty of topics. This is just one that he picked.
Yeah. And a couple of them topics were trying to disrespect Canada. And I'm like, we ain't doing that over here.
What? I just told the truth. That's all I did. Tell the truth.
That's not happening. Roberta, you hear the story about Karmelo Anthony and Austin? I can't remember his last name. You hear the story about it?
No.
Okay. So let me see if I can find an article on it. Just give me 1 second. Let me share the screen. Right here. So Karmelo Anthony charged in fatal Frisco track meet stabbing, released on bond. Not going to get into the whole article. I'm just going to try and find out if they don't have what happened. So basically what happened is they're at a track meet. Karmelo was sitting in a chair. Now, this is what they say. I'm going to try and find articles. Okay, I can have the exact things on it. But Karmelo was in a chair. Two brothers came up to him, told him to move. He said, move me. Or he said, make me. They grabbed his bag, and one of them ended up dead. That's the gist of it, JG?
What?
Yep.
Hold on. Could you repeat that? Because maybe there was a stutter or a glitch on my computer. I just heard he was sitting down to grab his bag. The guy was dead.
They asked him to move. right?
Who asked him to move? They asked
Two
Carmelo to
brothers.
move?
Yeah. Yeah. They asked him to move. He said, make me. And I guess they grabbed his bag or whatever, and he pulled out a knife and stabbed him.
Carmelo stabbed him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Carmelo Anthony, the basketball player.
No.
Oh, no.
That's why you got it's Carmelo with a K, not a C.
Yeah. My bad.
It's Carmelo with a K.
Yeah, Carmelo with a K. So here's what I
that's
have
the
here.
thing we were talking about last week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Anthony allegedly told.
Thanks, Bono.
Yeah, absolutely. Anthony allegedly told Metcalf, "Touch me and see what happens." One witness told police that Metcalf then pushed Anthony to get him out of the tent, and Anthony reached into a bag and stabbed him. Anthony was arrested and is now charged with first-degree murder. He is in the Collin County Jail on a $1 million bond. So let's see if we can find the article right here.
Yeah, that's reduced to what, $250,000 now, I think.
Yeah.
And he's home now. He's out.
Yeah, he placed bond. Police said student from 17, Karmelo Anthony, stabbed Metcalf in the chest during a fight. An arrest report for Anthony said that Anthony told the school resource officer that Metcalf put his hands on him after the officer mentioned to others that he had the alleged suspect in custody. The report states Anthony said, "I'm not alleged. I did it." Witnesses told police that Anthony was sitting under the Memorial High School tent and was told to leave. Anthony allegedly told Metcalf, "Touch me and you'll see what happens." One witness told police that Metcalf then pushed Anthony to get him out of the tent, and Anthony reached in a bag and stabbed him. Anthony was arrested and is now charged with first-degree murder. So basically, you coming up to me and you telling me to move, and I say move me, and you start something. It sounds like a perfect case of fuck around and find out to me.
Damn.
I'm sorry. It's sad to say that someone lost their lives.
You knock them out. You don't pull out a knife where there's 4,000 witnesses and think that there's going to be any other outcome other than you're going to jail, son.
Yeah, but what the article doesn't tell you is that it's not just him. It's him and his brother that were attacking him. So it's a 2-on-1 situation, you know? But at the end of the day, who are you to tell me to move? You know what I mean? Like, who are you to tell me to move? Who are you to tell me that I can't be here? Unless you like security or some shit. Yeah, it definitely sounds like self-defense to me. But what are your thoughts, JG? Then I'll go with Roberto.
Yeah, it's a whole bunch of stories with this one, right? One was it was raining and Carmelo went under the canopy, the tent, to stay dry on the phone, and one of the brothers came.
I like that joke back because that's exactly what they would have said to George Floyd. You know what I mean? So I like that. Go ahead, JG.
Yeah, and the guy that got stabbed came up to him and said, "Hey, you're not supposed to be here. Get out. Get up. Get out." And Carmelo said, like you said, "Move me." And what happened. Another story was Carmelo knew somebody under the tent. It's a whole bunch of different stories about what happened, right? But one thing that seems to be consistent is he was under the tent. The brother came, told him to move. Carmelo basically said, "Hell no, I'm not going anywhere." And they put hands on him. And what happened. Now here's the kicker. Texas is a stand your ground state. But there are, like when I said, what was it, a couple weeks ago, we were talking about the law, right? And I said the law is not black. We're looking at it as black and white. But it's always that gray area, the way it's written, to where there's that wiggle room to where you can say, okay, well, yeah, but
it applies
because
to you.
He used deadly force.
Yeah.
In other words, when he was, I guess, attacked, was deadly force necessary? That's one of the questions. But like you said, Onzo, you come up on me like that, it's two of you. I'm gonna use whatever I need to do to get out of that situation.
Yeah, 100%. It seems to be your life or me. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And if that's the case, then it's definitely going to be you. 100%.
Exactly. And I don't know what your intentions are when you coming up on me like that.
What's up, GGC? How you doing, brother? Thanks for popping in.
What about? So I don't know what your intentions are and all that other stuff. So I gotta be ready at all times. However, I was watching this one thing where Judge O'Brien was on. People love him, some people hate him. Hey, he was a lawyer, he was a judge. You can't help but listen to him because he knows a lot of stuff. One thing he said that I didn't consider, when he was in the police car, he basically said, I stabbed him. So now the defense had to prove that it was self-defense. Now I'm sure since there's a bunch of kids or how many kids are under there, everybody had their cameras on. And of course, police, I think, took all the phones, the cameras, and all that stuff. So right now, it's a lot of he said, she said, this happened, that happened. And I'm sure Karmelo's lawyer told everybody, hey, shut the hell up. Don't say anything else. They've been quiet for a while. So, but what gets me is the brother that got stabbed. Within a day or two, they got up to $300,000 for GoFundMe. At that time. At the same time, Karmelo only had maybe 30, 40,000.
Hey, Dandelion. Yeah.
That was really sad to me. Right? Because I mean, we gotta put our money where our mouths are. Right?
Yeah,
we can't talk about injustice and all that, but still not help someone out when an injustice happens. Now I hope he gets off of this. I really do. But the thing is, we have two young men who've lost their lives. One who's dead and one who
might go to jail forever.
Or whose life will never be the same because this is going to follow him forever.
Joe Black said we raised over 450K. Yeah, now
at the end,
that's just shot up.
Like 30, 40,000.
But I think what happened is a lot of the details came out and people started realizing that there's a chance that it's self-defense, right? Like I'm not gonna say 100% complete because we don't know whatever, we weren't there, but I'll say, so people say, oh, well, now that we know the crux of the matter, then we can support it. So I think that's why it got more money than it did, And they're 90% of the wealth in the country. Yeah, 100%. You finished, JG? Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. No, I'm good.
Roberto, what are your thoughts?
Well, based on the information I heard, I don't really know very much. I don't know. It was just these three guys in a tent. What was going on in this tent? What kind of environment this guy was in that he walks with a knife? Why was he there? There's a lot of questions to ask before I could really pass judgment.
Exactly.
Was this like a basketball game? Was this a soccer game? What was going on in this tent?
It was a track meet.
So there was a lot of people there.
Yeah. 100%.
Why would you, if you went to that event, Nzo, would you be walking with a knife?
Come on,
man.
Come on, Roberto. We went to events. We carried way more than that at certain points, bro.
Well, I don't know how old this guy is, but when I went to those kind of events,
he was 17. 17, he was 17.
Okay, well, when I went to those kind of events and I had something, I try my best to not go off. And if I did, I would meet him outside. There's no way I would do it right there with all of those people there, knowing that I'm black and I know these guys that I killed or the guy I killed is not black, is he?
No.
He's white.
I think he's white or Hispanic or something like that.
Well, he ain't black.
Well, yeah, that's it. No, I think he's white. Because I'm looking at the picture. Those are them in the picture.
When you throw those scenarios into a calculator, the end result is no good.
Yeah,
even though it is self-defense.
That's the thing, though. At a certain point, if you chilling,
he's black, Nzo.
Yeah, but if you chilling at an event, two white guys come up to you, tell you to move, and start fucking trashing you, like you're gonna stand up, you're gonna fight. You may not stab them.
I need to know, like, what did they do? Did they fucking rough him up, like he felt his life was threatened, or did they just push him?
Well, those are the details.
If the guy pushes me, I tell him, put your hands on me again.
And that's what he did. He said, touch me and find out. He gave them the warning, right?
But
Everybody's, huh?
Did they touch him and he said, touch me and find out? Or he said, touch me and find out before anything escalated?
Before they told him to move, he said, move me and find out. Touch me and find out. Now, obviously, they touched him, and that's when he stabbed them.
But think about it, Nzo. You're that guy. When you're reaching for that knife, pure anger, you tell me that's not ego? Because you could have easily turned around and knocked that guy out and deal with the other guy. Or just, man up and licks.
Maybe.
For me, a weapon is pulled out with a weapon.
Yeah, maybe, but we also don't know the environment he's in, right?
Exactly.
Maybe,
I don't know.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying.
Why is he walking with a knife in the first place?
Right. Maybe he's at a track meet where he's the rival school. You know what I mean?
He has some boys on him. I don't know.
Right.
But based on what we just have here as evidence, it makes me question, you bring a gun to an event where there's a possibility that, you might have to pull out this gun. Why are you at this event?
Mm-hmm. Like I said, there's too many stories, and it's hard to figure out who's telling the truth, who's not.
Because his life is finished now. Mm-hmm. Had he just maybe took a punch, he has a scar, maybe a couple of stitches, it's not gang related. They're going to come after him and he's going to go after them. It's done deal. To take a man's life, if that ain't ego, I don't know what is.
Said you can't knock out 2 football players with 70 pounds on you. No, you can't. He said, I know my skin is a strike against me, 100%. He was running track. He's the captain. Okay, so he was on the team. He was running track, and he was the captain of the team. So he was on. Brother? Yeah.
Talk about Karmelo?
Yeah, Karmelo.
Well, doesn't the school have their own tent?
I don't know.
That's the thing,
another
right?
detail I don't know.
Yeah.
Joe,
so, I mean,
this is all new to me, Joe. I know nothing about it. So
yeah.
Because I've run track, when I was in high school, and we all had our own tents, right? Our own canopies to say. Let's say I knew somebody at another school that was under a tent. I'm gonna call out to them. I'll meet them halfway. We'll talk. The guy, hey, is it cool if I come under there? They say, yeah, you cool. Then I'll go under that canopy, right? That's usually how it works. That's how I did it. That's how I was raised to do it. Again, like Roberto said, I don't know his situation as to why he needed a knife and why he was under a tent. Besides it being ranked, because they say it was raining. That's one story I heard. Usually when the track meet, when it rains, everybody gets on the canopy. Usually if they have their own canopy, on their own canopy, and wait for the rain to stop. If it doesn't stop, they'll cancel the whole meet and everybody go home.
So Joe Black said, I'm sensitive, guys. Only take me half serious. No, don't worry about it, bro. Like, we trying to get all the details too. But for me, I'm just, and even still going off of what we know, it's like sometimes you don't know people. You don't know what type of day a person is having. You don't know if they're in a good mood, in a bad mood. And I say this all the time, especially when it comes to like these prank dudes that run around and prank people. Like, you got to be careful who you step to, right? Fair. And you may step to someone at the wrong day, and that's when it's fuck around and find out, right? It could have been the wrong day for him. Maybe he was in a bad mood. Maybe there was some chicks around. And you already know how men are. There's some chicks around. You ain't punking me in front of no chicks. And that's probably what he felt like. Like, these guys are trying to punk me. You know what I mean? And then attacked him, and then he did what he did. Now, I know there will be more information that'll come out in the trial, 100%. But to me, from what I see, it kind of seems like self-defense. And Roberto, I get what you're saying, but man, listen, you were worse than I was. All right, growing up, you were worse than I was. I know.
I would not bring my BA to that event. You'd be surprised how many things I didn't go to because I knew something was going to happen.
So when you used to go clubbing, you never used to bring your things?
Of course. But where was I? Right near the exit door.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Most of
Sometimes
those guys that are packing are in the middle, in the back, all big and causing shit. Me, I'm just, like you guys. You're keeping your shit in your house. Don't come in my house. That's it.
No, and that's what I'm saying. But at least you know what I mean. You came. He probably went there with his little thing, and I heard it was like a little pocket knife. Like, so I'm not exactly sure, but again, we don't know the full details. But I heard it was like a pocket knife. So sometimes you're gonna carry them things with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even if you're a good guy and no one's troubling you, you always have that. This could be the day where something happens. So and that could have been what happened. It's not. I could understand if we hear information about him being the aggressor, you know what I mean? And him but from what it seemed like, these two guys came up to him and told him to move. And whether you were in the wrong tent or not, and girls around, guys around and everything, that like you said, Roberta, our ego is going to pop in real quick. And it'd be like, oh yeah, who you trying to punk off in that moment, And at 17, our egos are high, right?
Yeah. He's going to have enough time to talk to his ego.
Yeah, 100%. It's a tragedy that it happened. Yeah, it 100% is unfortunate that it happened. I agree with you 100%. It's unfortunate that someone had to lose their life on this situation as well, But I think
Michael, there's situations where you got to be the wiser guy. Like
100%.
Ego. Like I remember I was at a party once. I don't know if I ever told you this story. I was at a party, and I knew the guys that were holding the party were hustling, and the guy tells me, "Mendes, you're head of security." I'm like, "Oh, that's nice, cool." So I'm making more money, no problem. So we meet in the back room, and he's handing dogs to all the other bouncers. I'm like, "Yo, what's going on here?" He goes, "Oh, you don't need a dog, Mendes. You're head of security. You just tell them guys." And I'm like, really? Okay. That just didn't sit right, So the party's going on, and I'm walking around, and I see this guy walk in, and just his movements, my fucking hair just rose on the back of my neck, and questions came to me. Yo, you staying in this shit? Nah, Dread. You don't even say bye to nobody. You just flex, and you talk about it the next day when you're butter spliff, Yeah, the next day when I called those guys, that same guy that I told you made my hair rise. I forget his name, but they took this guy down on LaSalle with snipers on the roof and everything.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, this guy was the baddest Jamaican to come to Montreal and cause problems. Number one. Bigger than, I don't want to call off names, but Nzo.
Yeah.
This guy got into a beef with my boys, Rodney and them. And Rodney almost died that night. The guy pulled out a gun and fucking thing jam. Crazy shit I heard the next day. So watch this, Nzo. I'm walking by the Carry Hot Dog in Saint Laurent, going to the metro there. I see this fucking truck sitting in the parking lot. Nobody else is there. Just this truck, tinted windows. And it's in the path I got to walk. So I'm like, my heart's beating now, I feel a situation. I said, should I walk that way or should I just fucking cut like a cur and just pretend I'm going somewhere else, I said, fuck that. I'll walk. Ego. I walked. Windows come down. It was Fat Rat. You remember Fat Rat?
Yeah.
And the guy in the back seat. And Fat Rat goes, Mendes, you know this guy? I look in the back and then like, you know me? I couldn't really even see him, I said, no, I don't know you, man. The window goes up, Fat Rat's, all right, Mendes. And the truck pulls off. Now you see? Had I stayed at that party and fucking did whatever with them guys, and then that was my end right there, Dread. Because my hair talked to me and I listened.
Sometimes,
Sometimes, man.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I don't disagree with you at all. They were going to jump him. Y'all ain't about to get me for free. I agree with you 100%. Dandelion said there could have been a previous altercation or situation between the parties.
We don't know
He
all
might
that,
have felt as if he was going to be threatened. I agree with you on that one 100% too as well, Dandelion.
We don't know.
100.
I'm sure it's all going to come out, but it ain't going to be in favor of Mr. Karmelo.
And probably not. The rumors, there are rumors that the twins were bullies. You know what? To be honest with you, it wouldn't surprise me. You know what I mean? Because you have to be some sort of bully or something to feel like you could just walk up to anybody and be like, "Hey, you're not allowed to be here. Get out of here. Move." You know what I mean? Like, wait a minute. They don't know if Karmelo's there with someone like a friend, right? Maybe they have a friend on that side of the tent and he's there with them. Like, they don't know that. So for two people to just walk up to you and be like, "Hey, you gotta move," seems like they're.
Yeah. Isn't that campus cockiness though? JG?
Yeah, so JG.
Isn't that campus cockiness? Like you said, you know, you go to a track meet, you're on their campus and you're not really respecting them. Them guys feel they have the right to say and do what they want. Isn't that how it works?
Oh, for sure. But like I said, a lot of times if I'm in a track meeting, it's not my area, I'm gonna keep my head on a swivel. Like, hey, I might know somebody over there. Hey, yo, what's up? We gonna meet each other halfway. We have a conversation. We look over.
That's crazy. Cool.
It happens. It happens.
No, because he's right though. Even when I'm in like certain areas, I'm careful. Like if it's not my hood, you know what I mean? Like
exactly.
You never know, so you gotta keep your eyes open. You know what I mean? So
especially if it's a rival school too.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm staying on my side. I'm staying on my side.
The GGE said, "Whatever it is, the facts are one down and one locked up. I'll wait for the facts, whether it's self-defense or thuggery. Even with facts, that doesn't matter today, just emotion, sick and tired of it." No, I feel you. And that's what I'm saying. Like, we're talking and we're going off of what we know, but we don't know the whole story. And I'm pretty sure all of that will come out in discovery and all of that stuff. So we'll definitely find out. The parents were involved the day of and nobody cried. How you lose twins and don't shed a tear. They know the twins ain't no good. Well, I won't say all of that because they might not have shed tears in public, right? We don't know what they did behind. We don't know what they did behind closed doors. So I'm not gonna, and I know a lot of people like to do this a lot of the times, and I'm not saying you, Joe Black, but I'm just saying in general, like, you know, when something happens, like they're blaming Karmelo's parents, you know what I mean? And I'm like, sometimes you can't blame the parents. Sometimes you could be the perfect parent and that kid will still do what he's going to do. You know what I mean? Pure pressure, whatever.
Sometimes. So you mean sometimes. I think the only time you can blame a parent when the parent's sitting down there plotting with the son to do the fucking deal.
Or not involved in the kid's life and just letting them run the streets and do.
So, I mean, damn, like, you know, if your kid don't want to share shit with you, you ain't knowing shit.
Oh, no. I know that. But I mean, like, some parents will just, you know, let their kids leave the house willy-nilly and
for days.
Right. That's what I mean. You know what I mean? Like those kind of parents you definitely could blame. But the parents like us that are there, exactly. The parents like us that are there, like us on the panel, including JG. You know what I mean? Like we're there in the kid's life. We're trying to mold them and make sure that they grow up to be good human beings, right? So some people like to blame parents even though they've tried their best. And sometimes you got to give kids some tough love sometimes, bro. You know what I mean? Because they are not going to learn unless they learn on their own and make their own mistakes, you know? Is Karmelo regretting what he did? 100%. There's no doubt in my mind. Maybe he's sitting there, I could have done it differently. I could have left and this and that. Regardless of whether you feel like you were defending yourself, you still like, man, look where I am in this situation. You know what I mean? So he said, nah, fam, you lose your twin child and you don't break down. I don't buy it. Like every time you see the one you got left, you reminded of the one you lost. They know. Okay, again, I hear what you're saying, brother. I do, Joe, I do. But at the end of the day, listen, I watched my cousin, right, whose father died, and he was at the funeral and shed not one tear. Not one. He did not cry at Oh, he ended up killing himself, right? He ended up taking his own life, and he ended up very depressed. But he did not shed a tear. And like Roberto said, some people just moan differently. You know what I mean? Some people, it may not have hit them right away. You know what I mean? It may take a week, it may take a day, it may take a month, and then one day you wake up and you just realize like that's the end. So they could still be in shock. You know, it's just could be anything. So sometimes you can be in a state of shock. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, man, we really don't know the full details. I just hope that we get a resolution, you know what I mean? And we get a fair trial. And because the stuff online, Roberto,
This happened.
huh?
Dude, the judge has to have like a. Didn't the judge have to have a security now? Because there were death threats against her for lowering his bail.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, it was. It's crazy.
When did it happen, Roberto?
No, where? What state?
Oh,
Texas.
Texas? Yeah.
Oh.
He said yes. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? And then not only at one point, I heard that they actually took down his GoFundMe, right? They took it down, and I believe they put it back up. I'm guessing, you know.
There was another site they used. They used another site. Something about GoFundMe didn't. I don't know. GoFundMe didn't do stuff like that. I don't know.
Okay,
But
so
they did use another
GoFundMe
site.
took it down, and then they used another site to do it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Well, you know how they treat us already.
Karmelo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, send
I
go.
know
That's right.
I know
Yeah, thank you, Black.
it's not one of our topics, but I've been seeing a lot of this shit lately. Is there like the great black wipeout going on in the US, man?
It seems like it.
Like,
yo,
I'm seeing things and they're coming like, I don't know. Did I really see that? Did I dream that? That they're fucking taking out history.
Yes.
They're trying to wipe out black people and no one's saying shit.
Project 2025, Roberto. We discussed this crap on. They're doing exactly
but Nzo,
what we said.
They said what he was gonna do, but he's doing it.
Yeah.
They never discussed how people are gonna react to it.
Oh well, yeah, I know that, but but whatever he said he was going to do in Project 2025, that's exactly what he's doing, bro. That's exactly.
Did we talk about that? He's gonna wipe out black people, and they still voted for him.
Yeah, we talked about that. They were trying to get rid of Black history and some other stuff when we discussed all the points of Project 2025. So yeah, that was one of them. Yeah.
I saw this thing. I sent it to you on Instagram about these two elder Asian men talking, and one of them's talking about how if it wasn't for black people, we'd have never made it. And Asians should show appreciation. Can't understand why there's a war on black people when they're the reason we're here in the U.S. Because of the rights they fought for and got. That's how they were able to come as well.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Everyone deserves their day in court with a solid defense. I agree with you.
What you get to think about that, JG?
Yes, they're removing black
that you're
US
being
history.
wiped out. Your history is being eliminated.
Yeah, JG.
To be honest, Roberto, I'll be real with you. This has been talked about for decades.
No, but they talked about it, but they're doing it now.
Exactly. See, this is the thing, right? A lot of people have talked about stuff, but nobody put into action to do anything about it.
All these
now that Trump is actually doing something. Let's talk about the Civil Rights Museum. I think that may be one of the things you're talking about. This is another thing that happens when we don't own our own stuff. We have to own our own things, right? Because if it's privately owned by us, it's nothing he can do about it. But when you allow the other people to come in and put their names and their mouth and everything on our stuff, now it's not yours anymore. Right? And again, whereas all these millionaires and billionaires, black millionaires and billionaires, who also are quiet on this. LeBron James, where you at, brother?
Anytime I see a black guy talking
Oprah,
positive.
where you at, sister? Jasmine Cracker, where you at? I'm sorry, Roberto.
No, I'm sorry, because it just like have a very hard time watching any American news because it's almost like it's set up. They have either predominant Democrats and one or two Republican, or predominant Republicans and one or two Democrats, and you just watch them fight over fucking shit that makes no sense. It's all irrelevant to what's going on in the U.S. It's all irrelevant.
That's what they've been doing.
Day after day after day after day.
Or Roberto, I've said plenty of times, whether you're on the left or on the right, you look at historically all the policies and stuff they talked about, they doing the same exact shit. Both sides. They're just rewording it differently. It's the same exact stuff. And I keep saying it over and over again. Jasmine's speaking at Baltimore, but what is she doing about it?
Who is that blonde lady?
The one that's speaker or whatever?
Oh my
God.
Yeah.
She doing her job for sure.
I really thought I didn't like Vance, but this girl is climbing the charts faster than
100%. I agree with you. I can't
asked
stand
her a logical question. She fucking degrades them, flushes them. Next. Like, who the fuck are you, bitch? Sorry.
100%.
Dandelion. Sorry, she irks me. As soon as she comes on, I'm looking for the remote, man.
What up, Danny?
What up, Danny?
To have someone, yes.
Marjorie Green. Yeah.
No, is it Marjorie Green, the spokesperson for Trump?
Yeah, Marjorie Green. Yeah, that's her.
As soon as I see her posture, her demeanor, everything about her, I'm like a crackhead looking for my fix. Where's the remote? Where's the remote? I gotta change her fast because she can control my emotions like that.
Yeah, I agree.
Wow,
I don't like her.
That's scary. That's scary.
I don't like her at all. They want to deport to El Salvador U.S. citizens that are speaking against the country in Israel. Yes, I seen that, and there is an American that got shipped to El Salvador, and El Salvador said, "Yeah, no, we're not sending them back." Yeah, we're not sending them back. You know what I mean? And there's videos of Trump like making the agreement with him. There's a secret video where he's saying, oh man, he's saying that basically it's American citizens that are next. American citizens that are next. Yo, Trump ain't playing, bro. Nah, Dandelion, it's Livette. Yeah, no, Trump ain't playing, bro. He ain't playing with what he's doing, man. And Americans
is the crazy one, though.
The white one, that's the speaker. Yeah, I believe that's her.
The one I'm talking about, I think Marjorie Green's another one. She's the one where they tasered people that were at her event. They were speaking out against her, and the cops were tasing them, throwing them out.
What?
You didn't see that?
I didn't see that.
Marjorie Green had some kind of assembly, and people were coming out and speaking out. And when they wouldn't leave the premises, the cops were fucking tasing them and taking them out.
Wow.
That's what's going on by you, man. This woman. Oh, no, please. Well, Nzo, stop.
No, I'm not playing it. I'm not playing it. Don't worry. Yeah, that's who you don't like, all right? Me too.
Oh, my God. Look at her. Look at her face. You think she's going to say hello or anything pleasant?
I can't stand her. I can't stand her. And you know what's funny?
There like it's that time of the month every single time.
And you know what's funny? Biden's speaker, that black woman was on point, right? And the minute she came in, I was like, oh no, this bitch does not belong there, man. She is worse than Vance. She's like Trump's nutsacker, nut licker.
Oh my goodness.
Nobody could ask a question. Anything against Trump cannot ask a question when she's on the podium.
They asked her about the tariffs, and she was like, "Don't." I find it in what she said.
That's right, Basil.
Insulting that you think I don't know how tariff work. Yeah, well, obviously you don't. The speaker is Karen Levette Margie is a House representative. I got you, Basil.
That's right.
Yeah, oh my God, I can't stand them either, man. I can't stand them. But that should be definitely a topic that we should talk about because America is definitely getting rid of a lot of they're both.
I don't know if I'm watching a fucking TV show or reality, man.
But isn't that what American politics is? Doesn't it feel like a TV show when you're watching American
It
politics?
feels like a scary TV show, and I'm expecting to see.
Yeah.
I wish I knew that actor's name, man. The guy with the blonde hair, Sutherland.
Kiefer Sutherland.
he plays all those kind of movies involving with politics and the government.
I have no words enjoying the show. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it. You know, we're just trying to have some fun, crack a little jokes, and trash Trump like we always do.
and this is not Canada against the U.S. I'm over that now. We're not booing your anthem anymore over here. So that was just a little fad going on, and we didn't start it.
Come on, Dad. I need help because these two guys over here.
No, don't say these two guys.
Okay, I'm not better, brother. This
I'm
one
not
guy
a
over
US
here.
leader. I'm just shocked that shit is happening.
All right, Daddy.
That's like we're gonna have an election here, and you guys could have your fun after. Not for long though, because it's not as relevant as what's going on over by you, with you guys in China, and you guys giving Israel the green light, and you know all these things that are going on. Like, what the fuck's going on?
See, that's the thing, bro. Israel's pretty much always had the green light.
No, now Trump is giving them the big green light.
I said they just got a bigger green light now, but they pretty much always had it.
He has plans, man. I'm gonna build my Trump tower there. That shit ain't going down.
I sent the link, Danny, because I don't know if Danny's saying I want to be on this show or I don't want to be on the show, and he just forgot to don't, you know, because he said, yeah, I see where this is going. No, it just happened, bro. But I mean, you know what I mean?
Danny likes this woman.
No, I don't think he does either.
So he has nothing to fear, though. Right, bro? He has nothing to fear. We all don't like her.
Oh, you know what?
And it's not because of the color of her skin, because if she was light skinned or dark skinned, I'd feel the same fucking way. The same way. I'm telling you right now. So there's no prejudice up in here.
So wait, let me ask you this, JG.
Yeah.
Hey, you said she's good looking.
I said she ain't bad looking. I said she ain't bad. I said she was good. She ain't bad looking.
Okay, she ain't bad looking. You slap it?
Yeah, I would.
Even the way she acts now?
Maybe she'll act better when I get done.
I think you would do her angry.
He said she ain't my cup of tea at all.
No.
Not consistent to it, man.
She looks cynical.
Can't stand him. Can't stand him. Danny's laughing. Ha 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 ha. She cute, but not wifey material.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying.
Both those chicks hide behind the cross. Both those chicks hide behind the cross and express none of the values Jesus preaches. 100%.
Nobody.
JG's on. Danny, I get it, Danny. You're bootlicking JG because he gives you them good intros. I get it. But there was no time ever where JG was on fire on this stream. It just doesn't happen on here. All right.
It just happened right then. It just happened.
I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. He said me too 3 times in 3 minutes.
Exactly. Go in there, wham bam. She might come out dissing Trump afterwards.
Yeah, and then if she don't, then you gotta hear that yapping in your ear. Blah 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 blah. No, I can't do that. I can't do that.
I say, look, I say I gotta marry the bitch. I just said that I wouldn't hit and tap it and move on.
He said
and she may act better afterwards.
What he said was funny. Yeah. All right, Danny. I'll give you that. Whatever. I didn't find it funny, but it's okay. I got you. He laughing.
I'm gonna find some candle stuff for you. That's what I'm gonna do.
All right, guys. Great topic. I got another one for you. This one is going to be interesting, and I really want to hear
better,
what you guys. What did Dandelion say?
She just had a baby. Even better.
Oh, she just had a baby? Okay. I didn't know that. I got a good one here. Hold on. Let me see, though. I want to make sure I don't have another joke before I get into it. What's this one? Oh, yeah, definitely. Watch this one.
Welcome back to White People Terrorizing Food. Toaster is not multi-purpose kitchen utensil. Hiya. Yeah, why bother cooking chicken wing properly when you can just toast one side at a time? What happening? Hiya. It's not gonna fit. Don't just squeeze it in like that. This is like fire hazard. You know what you need to do, woman? You need to throw this toaster into your bathtub while you're taking a bath.
Wow.
Why you even use paper napkin? Clearly you don't care about hygiene. That why Uncle Roger never eat at someone else's house.
I agree. Sometimes you gotta be careful who you say. He said, "My boy Uncle Roger." Oh, you know him. You know him. Nice.
GGC cut the same thing as me. Hiya.
Oh,
What the fuck is that?
All right, guys. Next topic is going to be a doozy. I definitely want to hear what your guys' thoughts on this one is. And let me. Oh, did I unshare my screen? Damn it. All right. Hold on. Share screen. Oh, wait. Hold on. I think we have a sighting. Do we have a Mr. Danny Graham in the house sighting?
uh-oh.
What's up, Danny?
What's up, Bo?
I thought you couldn't handle the heat, brother.
Y'all done passed that topic, so I'm good with this next one.
You know, we always pull a rewind.
We have to. That's what the Canadians do, right?
And I'll be just like this right here.
All right. Next topic. I said this is a good topic for the O.O.C. Listen to this, guys. Tell me what you think.
I'm HIV positive, right? And this is just a PSA to those that are not HIV positive. Disclosure is my choice. When I disclose and how I disclose and who I disclose to is up to me. I find it so crazy how people are telling me that I need to disclose before I go on a date, that I need to disclose before I kiss somebody. This is the craziest one. Before I even tell them my name. It's not happening. I don't think that it's my responsibility to tell someone that I'm HIV positive if they are treating me as if I'm not. Your health is your responsibility. Adopt the mindset of medical practitioners. Assume that everyone has something until they prove to you that they do not. Why are you kissing a stranger or trying to kiss a stranger that you just met? Why are you trying to have intercourse with someone raw that you just met? You don't know me from a hole in a wall. Why are you trying to put your thing inside of me without any kind of protection? Why do I have to be the one to say, hey, chill out, I'm HIV positive, instead of you asking, taking the time to know me, get to know me, let's go get tested together if you want to take the next step. Why do I have to be the one protecting you from yourself? No, baby, that is not my responsibility. And I just wanted to make that clear. Okay, love you, bye.
I don't know what planet she on, but I don't want to be.
What?
What word is she living on?
I will agree with her on one thing. Like when you just met, no. But when it starts going to it's heading serious, yeah, you need to tell somebody. Last time I checked, you can go to jail for that.
Damn, I think I just listened to this. I gotta go check. Yeah. Okay. So I'll start it because I agree with you, Danny, 100%. I'm like, when I'm listening to it, because people are like, oh, you got to listen to this stuff and that, right? If you just met somebody, you going on a date, whatever, having a conversation, I don't feel she has to tell him that. But if you're going, like when she said kiss, I said, no, before you even kiss, you got to tell, right? But if I call up a guy, you want to go out on a date, we go out on a date, whatever, because she don't know if the vibe's going to be good. She don't know if she's going to like you or what it's going to be. Now, if it escalates to further, then that is some information that you need to tell. But I don't think she has to tell it right away. I don't think like you're texting somebody saying, oh, by the way, I got HIV. I don't think you have to do that. You know what I mean?
Not really a question you could just throw out in the air like that. You know, you're about to have sex with a girl and you're like, well, by the way, you have any venereal diseases? Like, how fucking often does that happen?
It don't.
It
but
don't.
Right, but
you just either raincoat or double raincoat, depending on how you feel the situation is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know.
But that's what I'm saying, Roberto.
24/7.
No, but that's what I'm saying, Roberto. If it's getting to that point to where it's going to get sexual, then yeah, you need to tell. Like if
it happens the first night, there's no way that thing's getting raw because how many were before me?
Well, that's what I'm saying. But and again, that's her point too, right? Like if you're going out with someone on a first date, why are you trying to hit me raw? You don't even know me. You know what I mean? Like that's her point. Like
that's
we'd
roulette.
have.
That's roulette.
Yeah, 100%. So I don't think she's wrong there. Now, if she's deciding to give him it and not tell, then that's a problem. You know what I mean? If like 100%, if it gets to the point where she feels the vibe and she's like, oh, you know what, this might be a guy I sleep with on the first night, and she doesn't tell, then that's her problem. You know what I mean? 100%. What's that?
She could be like Magic.
Oh yeah, Magic has the cure. Anyways, I don't even know if he has. I don't even know if he has HIV anymore.
Yeah, the different HIV. She can't take down his brother.
Facts. Okay, so let me hear what they said. Danny, your thoughts, and then JG.
I mean, I agree with what you're saying. Now, I talked to a medical doctor. He told me this when HIV first came out, and he said, I think now as a sergeant, maybe he's like, he said it depends on the person's health, which I don't believe. He's saying someone that is really extremely healthy and has a very strong immune system could sleep with somebody that's HIV positive and not get it. I ain't ever ready to even try that theory or whatever. It didn't sound right to me, but he's a medical doctor. But now, I mean, here in America, nobody in Canada, man, it shows so many commercials now where you take this and take that.
Yeah.
It'll prevent this, it'll prevent that. And it's showing all these same sex stuff. I'm like, oh. But I definitely think if it's getting serious, the man or either the woman that has it should definitely let that other person know. And they still choose to do something stupid, then that's on them.
I agree.
If you take them pills, Danny, you don't hear the side effects. May cause death, loss of eyesight, loss of hearing, loss of taste. What the? You got to do the pros and cons. Well, if I get HIV, maybe I can live longer than taking these pills.
I'm just saying, if I was having that lifestyle, if I heard all that, I would immediately stop. But nah,
I hear it in the commercials, man. Yeah. I'm like, why the fuck would somebody take that?
Hey, sometimes that they say this is like, help you get through it and not infect anybody. But the pill, the side effects seem worse than if you not taking it. Like diarrhea, stomach pains.
But you had the side effects or you had the death?
Well, definitely side effects, 100%. Yeah, but I would, if that were the case, then I'd be like you. I'd stop. You know what I mean? Like, nah, I'm not doing that no more.
Maybe this ain't the right path I need to go.
I got Hannah and Pamela. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Dandelion's saying something about if they're taking treatments, but how do you know? Like, how could you even have this debate? Is this even that's? I find this questions like an entrapment, like asking a woman who has a little pouch belly if she's pregnant. That's something you don't want to be involved in.
You know what's funny that you said that, Roberto? Before I get to JG, one time I went by this girl's house. She was braiding my hair. You know what I mean? And her friend came by, and her friend walked in the house. I was like, "Oh, when are you having the baby?" And the friend started busting out laughing and said she already had the baby.
Damn.
So you still had the baby stomach.
That comes second to asking a woman her age, man. There's certain things you just don't ask.
I was like, damn. My bad.
When I do reports, it asks for like age, weight, that stuff. I never ask for the age and the weight. Well, I ask for the age because I gotta have the date of birth. But weight, I skip right over it.
Yeah, you look like 150 pounds.
Yeah,
boom.
If they look 300, I'll say 150. That's what I do.
Yeah,
I ain't trying to get no assault situation. I don't ever ask a woman their weight. Age, I gotta do it. Hey, when you born? Hey, man, well, yeah. Look, I gotta have this for the report. I get to have this. Other stuff I don't have to have.
Would you do her, Nzo?
Would I do her? Mm-hmm. Knowing she has HIV?
No, just not knowing.
Okay, hold on. Like,
you didn't know her in the club.
If I didn't know her and
you had a few drinks and she said you want to come by my place, Netflix.
I don't know. Maybe
she an ugly woman.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to trap you, Nzo, because
I probably would.
She's not a bad-looking woman. She's a good-looking woman.
Bad. Yeah, 100%.
She's showing off her credentials and shit.
But you see now,
you like that?
But now you know the situation, Roberto. Like, if it's that easy,
no, but you don't know.
No, but you
Come on,
wrapping it
Andre,
up.
you better
No,
stop your
no,
shit now.
no,
You know
no.
what?
What I'm saying,
Whenever a
no,
girl would ask me, I would
no,
never
no,
go.
no. What I'm saying is you wrap it up. If it's that easy, you know what I mean? Like first night, like you're not taking the chance and going raw just like that. You know, it's like, yeah, if you want to
So
go,
you've
let's go,
never
but
done that?
There was quite a few raw brothers
first
back
night,
in the day.
Yeah.
yeah, I
You know,
know,
like
I know.
Yeah,
you
we've
got
all
to the
done it, man.
situation, you had enough
So
drinks. The
it's a
moment is
chance there.
right. The moment is right. You say you're gonna pull out.
Okay.
Next thing you know, you're a father.
Yeah, there's, yeah, it's happened.
You
Can't
see?
say it's
You
not
see?
happened.
There was
You
times
just
before
contemplated
HIV
that it
became
wasn't her.
prevalent.
What's that, Danny?
Before HIV came on the scene, there was but when HIV came on the scene,
But it was kind of like a fad, Danny. After they saw Magic Live, they're like, man, that shit ain't what they say it is.
I was all, when I saw O.E.C, I was like, no.
We have HIV marches, it's the same people every year.
Yeah,
You know, not to say that, I'm saying something bad. They're living through it, man.
So let me get to the comments before I get to JG real quick. Shifty Gism said she's nuts. Dandelion said, so take away she bangs. Well, that's we don't know like how far it goes or when she gives information, but I mean, at the end of the day, so what the fuck here? It's criminal not to disclose. I'm guessing she's down with getting down. Yeah, she probably is, but if that's the case, then you need to tell them, right? You can't just get down and not do it. Danny said that's criminal, right? So you must tell. Some states have laws about not being upfront about that ish, I think. So when I go out on a date, I am looking for the one-nighters before I fall in love. Bag it up. Yeah, 100%. I agree with you, 100%. She could be HIV positive, but have very low viral load due to successful treatment. I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't take that risk either.
Let me ask you: you had your Jimmy, and she told you she had it. You'd still do it?
No, I wouldn't take that risk
you
either.
Want to get no wood.
I wouldn't even take that. I wouldn't even take that risk.
I wouldn't either. I don't know anybody who would.
I don't take that risk either. Man, I had one time.
Especially that rubber bus, boy, you have a heart attack.
That was
You can't catch that shit by kissing, can you?
No, sir.
They say no. They say no.
About kissing, but you exchange bodily fluids like semen and other stuff. Yeah, you're gonna get it, buddy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They say. I
don't think so.
Yeah, they say like it was like I think like this so rare that you could catch it by that way. Like they don't even say you can. So I don't think you can catch it by kissing. But even to me, even if you're gonna like do that and kiss somebody, you still need to let that information out. You can't just go in there and exchange them bodily fluids, whether they say it's safe or not, without telling nobody.
I'm scared, boy.
Well, that's what happened with Magic, right? Magic tried to go back into the NBA, and everybody was scared, and they're like, "Nah, we ain't doing this." And
Yeah,
they
first they were talking about sweat.
Yeah.
But they didn't want them to bleed on them.
Bleed, but sweat too.
Bleed and sweat until they found out.
Sweat is ridiculous.
It is.
Sweat is lack of information.
Yeah.
Well, it was like what the 80s then, right? So
collision, he collides with someone, and you have two open wounds.
Yeah. Regardless of the intention to bang, they probably won't be a second date. It's a form of catfishing in a way. Current treatments make it very unlikely to pass along the virus. There was a case here in Canada. Dude did not disclose, but won the case in court because he proved how unlikely infecting others was. You see, but you see, neither am I. But you see, here's the thing, right? And we're gonna just deviate a bit. Have you noticed that they have these drugs that allow you to live with it, allow you to have sex unprotected and not give it to anybody, but not one fucking drug to kill it?
It's more money. It's no money in the cure. It's no money.
Exactly.
Kill it. You can't sell any more pills.
Just like cancer.
Exactly.
How can they go? I mean, these kids can go to this place and they get cured. So adults can't. I mean, they got homes for. I can't think of the name of the place for it. God, it's driving me crazy. Well, the McDonald House, Ronald McDonald House.
Mm-hmm.
If you go there for treatment, the family don't pay anything. And I think it's God, what's the name of that place? They send the kids for cancer. What's it called?
Which one?
Where the kids go for cancer, get treated for cancer.
Ooh, I'm not sure.
So
Google it.
You know what
Yeah.
they do?
Where they go for
Cancer
kids
a
like
treatment.
hospital or just a
Yeah, it's a hospital. It's like a nationwide thing.
shoot, what's the name of that? We got one here.
There's chat communities for people carrying use
Damn,
those.
St. Jude. I think
Yeah,
St.
St.
Jude.
Jude. That's it.
St. Jude's. I think she should totally disclose before buying anyone protection or not. 100%. Be careful how far you go with this topic. YouTube will slam you and shadow you, ban you. Trust me, I know. Anyways, your house, your rules. You know what? To be honest with you, I think I'm shadow banned already with some of the topics we have on here already. So I'd be surprised if they didn't. She seems kind of crazy. Never stick your dick in crazy.
Wow.
Facts. But
Hey, sometimes that crazy
Don't
dude.
say
Hey,
it. Don't say it.
the crazies have the best boom
I'm
boom.
telling you,
Though.
bro. Sometimes,
You
like,
know what
hey.
I mean? Yeah, the crazies have the best boom boom though. I know how.
Give me saying.
Yeah, until you got that one crazy that you know what I mean.
Saying, I like sleeping like this, not like this.
You know what? Here's the difference, Donnie. When you're with crazy, you don't sleep with them. You get what you need to get and you bounce. That's it. Gone. You don't stay there as long as
sit there and
as
cuddle and
long as
hold
you
them
have
all.
to.
Till you go home and find out a doggone rabbit in your pot cooking.
It's possible on that one too. JG, let's hear your thoughts before I go through the rest of these comments. Go ahead.
She obviously contracted the virus some type of way. We can just assume that she slept with somebody and gave it to her.
Mm-hmm.
I would think that she would be upfront with other people because she wouldn't want other people to go through what she went through.
I agree.
Right? You would think that. But, as far as, disclosing up front, man, I look at it like this. It's almost like, if you go on a date, you have those women that just go out with you just for the free meal.
Yeah.
You want to know before the date's end, hey, do you want a second date?
Or
right?
or are we going home together? You know what I mean?
It's not like that. Like you want to know up front, right, before the date ends. So I want to know up front.
JG, I know already because it depends on what restaurant we go to. You go somewhere like Chili's, Applebee's, okay. But if we go somewhere nice, oh yeah.
yeah.
Fair point.
We said that it's not going home after that, eh?
Mm-hmm.
That's a fair point.
Food in that gut. It's time to tap that.
That's a fair point. But it's it don't take a whole date to figure out if you feeling somebody or not.
Exactly.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So you feeling this guy, okay, I'm feeling you. I gotta let you know something. I do have HIV.
Yeah.
Leave it up to them. They want to go through it or not, it's on them.
I can tell you right now. That's like a cold shower, bro.
It is, but hey,
100%.
I'll respect her more if she told me. Maybe we can be friends.
I could be revved up and ready to go and like,
Yeah,
I know one guy that'll still go for it. I'm surprised he ain't got nothing now.
Yeah, he crazy.
Yeah, he is.
There ain't enough prophylactics I could put on. Somebody say that.
I know how folks treat others in the AIDS scare back in the 80s. It was awful. But still, you got to be upfront with that stuff if it's a date situation because it's all headed to the bedroom. If it's headed to the bedroom, 100%. But like JG said, sometimes these women, they'll go on a date with you just to get a free meal. You know what I mean? But like you said, once there's like a connection there, and you're right, Donnie, it doesn't take they say women know within like the first 10 minutes whether they're going to give you the poom poom or not. You know what I mean? So, and Yeah, they definitely
Yeah,
know.
and we worked at jobs where women look at a dude walking by and they'd be like, "Yeah, I want that." I'm sure we've all heard of women, so it don't take no hour-long date to figure out if you feeling it or not.
Especially
Yeah.
now, the way the culture is now. There's a time when a woman was more reserved. But I mean, now it's like, hey, they're independent. In a lot of ways, the women are more masculine and independent than the man because they're
Agreed.
like, I don't need you. All I
Yeah.
want is to have a good time. Blah blah blah. I mean, times are changing. I mean,
Well, I'm glad I grew up in
I'm
my
glad.
time.
I'm glad I'm not single now.
Imagine all these good-looking guys that don't have money. They striking out.
Yeah, a lot of them are. But again, too.
No,
It's sad to
you got
say.
to
I'm
change
not
that.
saying all women are paper chasers, but it seems like the ones they are attracted to are.
I tell you
what
this.
you'll say. Yeah.
I say this. You attract men who don't make a lot of money and under 6 feet tall. They're the ones striking out.
Yeah, you got to be a certain height. Yeah, if
You gotta be a certain height now.
That too. But also, it depends on the type of woman you're going with, you're trying to deal with. You know what I mean? Like Roberto said, and some of these guys are trying to go for these women that are definitely out of their league. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's the thing. And I think I blame the red pill stuff for that, because they make you think like, oh yeah, well, you can just go and get this Instagram model. You know what I mean? And like, it's just stupid, you know? I use the 9 mil bag. Facts. I use the Naked Gun full body condom. I got you. Classic choice shiftigism. St. Jude's. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. There are treatments and preventative medication. It has proven impossible to cure so far. The research continues. Hopefully, mRNA will prove the situation. Yeah. Is it really impossible though? I don't know, man. I just have a feel, because there's one thing, and I go with a lot of words, right? And there's one thing I will never forget. When my mom had cancer, we went to the doctor, and the doctor pulled me to the side, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm sorry, but we found out your mom had cancer." You know, and I was like, "All right, well, what does that mean? You know, like, what can we do?" He didn't say we can't cure cancer. He said we don't cure cancer. And those words have always stuck with me. Now, maybe he didn't mean it like that, but the way he said it to me was like, oh, yeah, well, we can cure it, but we don't. He said we don't cure cancer, not that we can't
doctors are
cure
allowed
cancer.
to say they cure cancer.
I'm pretty sure they're not.
Practice, you know?
Right, but that's what I'm saying. And I'm pretty sure they can't, because there are probably some cancers that they can't get rid of right away. You know what I mean? But at the same time, the fact that he used don't and instead of can't is something that stuck with me.
Yeah,
know?
I don't think it's a cure because it's too many rich people, too many powerful, influential people that have the money and the resources, and they still dying. So I think there's some early detection is definitely a big part of that. But I think when it gets to a certain stage, it's too far gone. And I just don't think, I mean, I could be wrong. Now, if you catch it early enough, I think you can cure it. But depending on what kind it is, because some are more aggressive than others, and some do this and that kind of stuff. I know I went to a funeral just this past Saturday, and they said this woman lived with cancer for 20 years. So, I mean, I guess I think some of it's genetics. I think if your family is cancer in your lineage, then you need to definitely get. Cause like yesterday, I was trying to get cancer's not in my family, but high blood pressure and diabetes is.
Diabetes.
And I was trying to get my colonoscopy, and this woman was like, "Well, you're not up for it. You only get one every 10 years." I said, "So you telling me if I want a colonoscopy now, I can't get it?" She's like, "Not unless there's something wrong." Not that's the stupidest thing I ever heard.
Yep, I feel you, brother. You should be able to test for that, because like 10 years, well, what happens in 5 years if you get it? You know what I
Exactly.
mean? You gotta
I'm
cut
like,
that shit.
So I took it in 2018. So you tell me I can't take it to another 3 years? 2028?
Wow, that's crazy.
There is a cure for cancer.
You think so, Roberto?
I said there is a cure for cancer. Big Pharma makes too much money off of that, and anybody who announces it, suddenly they end up dead.
Yeah.
Then why ain't all these? Why
They
are
say
some
there's a
people
cure
that got a
for
lot of
cancer.
money and still they're not paying for it if there's a cure for it?
You know what's
Well,
funny? Oh, go ahead, Roberto. You answer that
I
now.
think it's a natural cure. Because I overheard something again. I don't know if I was sleeping or I overheard something on Instagram or some news feed how it's proven that cancer is curable, but Big Pharma will never allow it to be because that's their paper.
Yeah, there's a lot of people out there saying like diabetes and high blood pressure is cute. I've definitely heard diabetes, high blood pressure, not so much. That it can be reversed and cured and all that kind of stuff. So I mean, I don't
It's
know.
They're finding all
definitely
kinds of new ways to detect it, not to cure it.
it's definitely possible because I know, and I was looking into this one year. I was just looking through some, and they're saying certain things that you eat feed cancer. They're saying if you cut those things out and start eating fruits and vegetables and stuff that fight cancer, that could possibly help you cure it. Now, they said cure. I don't know how.
I think it's
You know
preventative.
what I mean?
I agree with Roberto. Preventative.
Mhm.
I read something about I was eating a lot of strawberries, and I read something on this article saying that there's a preservative that they use. I don't know whether it's in Canada or not. They put on strawberries, and it cuts down your testosterone. So I said, I sure don't need that.
You got that right, Daddy.
So I don't eat strawberries anymore. I told my wife, I said, my wife got a basket of strawberries in the refrigerator right now. So I don't want none of that. No, you can wash them off. I said, every testosterone cell I got, I want to keep. I don't want to get rid of it or kill it. No.
Really, huh?
They also have this video that I see, like when you eat apples, they say like if you not boil it but hot water, like it gets rid of all the wax that's around the apple first, and that's the way you should eat it. You know what I mean? And I think that some of these fruits, like fruits, are high in sugar, and so if you have diabetes or whatever, it's not good to eat a lot of fruits.
It's
That's
definitely
what.
not good if you got high blood pressure.
Yeah, high blood pressure. Yeah,
I'm a grapefruit nut, but you can't drink grapefruit or eat grapefruit if you're taking blood pressure medicine because it counteracts it. I don't know why. And I was like, what? That's like my favorite juice of all time, but can't drink it.
Oh, I love grapefruit juice, man.
I do too.
Gotta cut it out. You know what I mean?
I like the white one. I don't like the pink.
Facts.
The white was good. The white was good. Pink one, nah.
Yeah. That's why I tell them I live with my mom, and if they still wanna, then it's game. That's funny. That's funny.
I just not realize what he said.
That's funny. Women were never reserved. Social expectations and restrictions prevented us from showing y'all our true natures. Joe Biden was working on cancer research. Trump put a stop to that. Yeah, of course he did. There's a test where they test your poop for colon cancer. They don't do a colonoscopy unless you get anonymously results from your poop test.
No,
yeah,
black people got to get that shit checked. At
That is
45,
crazy.
Maybe that's a Canadian thing, but it's not where I am.
They got color guard here. My wife did it.
At 45, they recommend it. I think it's 45.
Especially for black males, because black males have
a higher chance of getting it. Yeah,
black Canadian males, black American males, JG.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it depends on what country you live in, but I know black males here in America.
Canadians. This fucking guy's studying shit again, huh?
You see?
I was reading what Dandelion said about the poop.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
Not only that, Danny, but I got a color guard test in the mail. The first one for me, and it said if your family has a history, not to take it for instance of false positives. I don't eat strawberries after I saw the worm video. Not a big deal, given I never had a sweet one.
You're supposed to soak that shit in vinegar and vinegar and baking soda, and you'll see all kinds of shit come out of that strawberry, man.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
it's like a natural cleanser or something like clean.
But okay, so here's the thing that I will say too, because I know I've seen like there's a video where someone puts a strawberry under a microscope and you see all these there are some bacterias and some of those microorganisms that we can eat. You know what I mean? Some of them actually are good for our body as well. So I know as much as you look at it, it may be disgusting. There are some that that we do eat and we should eat.
They have some over there called.
I ain't eating them, but
called kombucha.
What's that, Danny?
They got a drink over there called like kombucha, I think it is. It's supposed to. It's a probiotic. And one of my coworkers, she drinks it, and I was like, and it had all different flavors. I was like, "See, you try it helps your stomach." So I went in Walmart. I saw watermelon. I said, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna try some watermelon." And that tastes like some swamp water. I don't know what it is, but I'm like, bro, if this gonna help my gut's gonna be all.
That shit is nasty.
That is some nasty stuff. I don't know where it come from, boy, but it is nasty.
Kombucha, is that it?
It's pronounced kombucha.
Kombucha. It is nasty. That's what it is.
I have to agree with you, Daddy. I saw it. I thought I was doing something righteous, drinking some healthy shit. I was like, "Yeah, what is that?" It's $4 almost.
Yeah, it's expensive too.
I'm addicted to fresh pineapple. Yeah. It makes the medication work too much. I got you. In Ontario, they automatically send the test kits to you when you turn 45. They don't do that shit here because I ain't get one.
No.
Do the colonoscopy. Don't bet your life on that poop test. I feel you, brother.
That's disgusting because you gotta collect it yourself, then put it in the mail. Like, yeah. Go ahead and give me a colonoscopy because I'm gonna get some good sleep off of that, bro. I don't know what kind of medicine they give you, but that is some good sleep you're gonna get. That day,
I don't know. I heard that procedure of that gallon of water or whatever that shit you got to drink, that solution. Did you drink that shit, Danny?
It wasn't a gallon. They gave me that. It's two of those bottles that look like
You're
Sprite.
lucky.
Like Sprite. Now, my buddy just had one this week, and he said, "Yeah, he had to do the gallon."
I had a big one.
I ain't doing the gallon thing.
Man, it was hard to drink that shit, and after you drink that, you're just hanging in the toilet.
Yep.
You're in that bathroom, Nzo, all day.
Yep. All you can eat is like Jello, black colored Jello.
Daniel said, "I don't want to be healthy enough to drink that stuff." Kombucha. I'm googling it now.
It's nasty, bro.
Yeah, it doesn't.
And they get all the different flavors like strawberry.
That's
lime,
just to make you buy it.
Pineapple.
All taste the same.
Yeah.
All taste the same.
I saw watermelon. I was like, "Oh yeah, buddy. Down south watermelon. That's me."
So they say. Also, tea mushroom, tea fungus, or Manchurian mushroom when referring to it.
Nasty, buddy. What's that liquor you and Nzo say so nasty?
Ray and Nephew.
I'd rather Ray and Nephew, I believe.
Probiotics will help with the gut issue. What's up, Nelt 18? Thanks for popping in, man. Much appreciated.
At least I can add something to that Ray and Nephew. You can't add kombucha.
Well, it seems like since we're talking about colonoscopies and all that stuff, we're getting into the last topic. JG, you still know nothing about it yet because you're a young buck, but
I had one. Jerk.
Trials.
I had a colonoscopy before.
No, I'm talking about the trials and tribulations of getting old.
Oh, okay.
You're still a young buck.
Well, you know what? Buck. I don't know now. I got out the bed this morning. I'm like, oh, Lord.
How old are you, JG? You in your 30s, ain't you?
Yeah, late 30.
Just keep living, Bo.
Facts.
I'm telling you.
Facts.
The man I was 10 years ago and the man I am now. It's like a variant, boy. It's a variant.
Man, bro, my bro used to come by, you know what I mean? And I was like maybe 16, 17. He would come by and we'd be chilling and that dude would just pass out in the middle of the day. And I'd be like, bro, how are you always passing out in the middle of the day? I come home from work and I plop on the couch to watch some TV. 10 minutes later, TV's watching me. I am done, bro.
How long we been doing this, Nzo?
YouTube stuff?
Yeah.
Since 2020?
Because you remember we used to do this like 4 or 5 hours a night.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Oh, yeah, 100%.
You try that now, man, I'll be on this.
Me too.
Oh, I already fell asleep on the show.
You did? When?
I fell asleep on the show, man.
Really? When
You
did you
heard
do
me
that?
snoring, man.
Oh wow.
Oh, I don't remember.
You guys were talking about something that ain't about my interests. I think it was video games or movies, and I was like, guys, man, I'm just gonna go on mute because I'm not really into this shit. I was out, man. I was out. I'm like, oh shit, I can't do that again. Man, I fell asleep at work. Fuck.
Oh, me too. Me too.
Yeah, but I was supervisor sitting on a fucking podium.
Well, I was sitting down.
I snore all the time.
Me too.
There's not like I'm gonna sleep and maybe I won't snore this time. And when you snore and you wake up like this.
Yeah. No, Roberta, I give you one worse. I was woken up to Nzo, you're snoring.
Yeah, that's worse. I don't know if it's worse because I know I was snoring, and when I woke up, nobody was looking at me.
Wow.
So I'd rather somebody tell me I was than that fucked up shit that happened.
You know what I mean? And I was like, so my cousin used to come by, all right? And I swear my cousin could fall asleep in any position. It did not matter. And I used to sit there, and this was just like, let's say 10 years ago. And I used to sit there and be like, how does this guy sleep in that position? Bro, I'm at my desk sleeping like this. At work. We got cameras in the office.
Bro, when you get to 50, it's the game changes, buddy.
Stages to this, Danny. I tell people there's stages to this. Nzo, how old are you now?
50, right there.
You just entered the club, right?
Big 50. Well, I'm gonna be 51 in a couple months.
When you're 55, you're gonna feel them 5 years, brother.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I'm telling you, you wait and see.
I'll be 55 in about 4 months, buddy. I'm telling you.
Watch this, Danny. I was cooking last night. They tell me to zest the limes. I'm like, no problem, yo. I started zesting that shit. I had 2 limes to zest. By the time I got to that second lime, I said, yo, my fingers feel funny, yo. I'm zesting. I put the lime down. My fingers stayed like that. I was like, what the fuck? I had to open up my fingers. What the fuck is going on here?
Wow.
This is called getting old, man.
I'm telling you.
Facts. You know what? Okay, so I don't know if you guys remember the moment, right? I do, because I remember I went to the barber shop one time, and I think I was getting closer to 40, right? I was getting closer to 40, maybe 39. And they were talking about, yeah, man, the eyes going bad and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, nah, my eyes are good. So they put something on the wall, asked me to read, and I read it. I kid you not, a year later, maybe 2, right? I went to go cook one of them packet rices, and I was like, when the fuck did the instructions get so small? Like, I was like, did they shrink this shit? I could not even see how much water to put in the rice pack, bro.
Also, I got one worse than that, bro. If I gotta go a long distance, I drive by myself. I know I'll stop 6 or 7 times. I don't know what it is.
And pass out?
No, I'm talking about gotta use the bathroom.
Oh, 100%. Oh, yeah,
Lord.
100%.
That's the worst.
Bro, a 3-hour movie, and I'm going to the bathroom. Give me a Coke and a popcorn, and I'm going to the bathroom like 3 or 4 times.
When I took in game, I did not drink.
You did not drink nothing.
I will be missing half this movie.
You know what's the worst? And I'm gonna say this too. You guys ever go to the bathroom, right? And then don't shake properly, and that little motherfucker drops down you.
Oh my goodness!
You telling too many secrets, Bo. I tell you some stuff gotta go to the grave with you, man.
But you agree, bro.
If Nzo could talk about that one, then this one is lighter. For me, I knew something was wrong when I went to take a leak and I farted. I said, okay, that's new. I went to take a leak the next night, it happened again. I was like, what the fuck is that? And then it happened again. I was like, wait, This is the new thing now. So like, I gotta let everybody know when I'm pissing. I gotta fart. That's some fucked up shit. It's not even like it smells or anything, man.
That right there.
Oh,
That's a joke of the night right there. Bro.
That's some old man shit, Daddy. And you know what?
You're right.
Nobody can tell me it doesn't happen to them because I go back to your guys
100%.
I can't.
old man coming out. Old man all the time.
I can't deny it, man. That's funny.
It's the truth.
Same here.
I'll
Same
talk
here.
about the drip. I'll talk about the
You're right.
Oh
Some
my
mornings I
God,
wake
that
up, man, I'll be like, man, there's a trumpet in my ass. What the
What does one have to do with the other? That's what's freaking me out. Like, you're telling me my leak is giving me gas.
Facts.
I don't understand. And if you hold your fart, you stop peeing. Yeah, man. But, you know, these are things that you don't get a manual. You're just finding out as you go along.
Yeah,
I saw that guy walking, and
keep living,
his
JG.
ankle went like. You know how many times that happens to me, man?
100%.
But this is coming close to me throwing out the next fucking big number. That 5 is changing this year for me.
Yeah.
I'm having a very hard time with that, man.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I'm talking about it to a lot of people. Like, I even asked some people, when you turn that, I can't even say it, Danny. So when you turn that number, did you have a problem saying it?
When I
Because
turned
people ask
50,
me how old I am now, and I'm kind of hesitant to throw the number out because I can't believe how old I am.
I was kind of proud of 50, but I think I'm gonna feel like you, like 60. Because 50, I wanted to really celebrate my birthday, but COVID.
Yeah, 50 is a celebration.
Yeah.
It's half a century, man.
Yeah. And then it goes down like it. So it starts when you hit 50. It's like the plateau, and then it's like all downhill from there. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Going up.
I remember a time when I could function off of 4 hours of sleep.
Me too.
In my 40s,
Yeah,
4
me
hours,
too.
I'm good. Shoot.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Last week, I know at least 2 days. I go home at 5:30, 6:30. I was in the bed.
Oh, 100%.
I wasn't asleep, but I was like laying down.
Yeah.
And if something did keep my attention on TV, I had my glasses on, pulling them off like 2 in the morning because I went to sleep with my glasses on. I'm like, good Lord, I forgot to take my glasses off.
When I went to go see, I don't think it was Craven. It was one movie, right? And sometimes I go watch at Cavendish. So the Cavendish Mall the theaters has the reclining chairs. So I'm reclined, my feet are up, bro. I don't remember what happened in the middle of that movie. I don't remember what happened in the middle of that movie, man. I passed out, and I wasn't enjoying it too, you know. So
that happened with me with what's the one with Harley Quinn?
Oh my gosh,
whatever it was, man.
Yeah.
I remember the sandwich. I remember the sandwich at the beginning of the movie. Yeah. And the next thing I saw, she was in the police department, and I was like, I don't know what happened between that time.
Facts.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna find a video to show one that's funny that kind of hits on what we're talking about. He said, "Yep, 5-hour storms lives." Oh yeah. Oh my God, those were.
Oh yeah.
Could never do that. I'm 57. I feel 57. I ache 57. I smell 57. I drive 57. I look 57. I ache 57. I hate 57. And I thought I hated 56. That's fucking hilarious.
I read that earlier. I had to laugh.
You ever take a mid-sleep bathroom trip and be like, I'll take a quick poop before heading back and falling asleep on the cab, and then you wake up and head back out and it's daylight outside? Me neither. Liar.
That's a little too detailed shit.
I was thinking the same thing, Roberto. I ain't never fell asleep on the toilet.
Me neither. Dude, but I have a friend, right?
Wow, boy.
I was in the office too. I said I'm taking a break. Man, an hour went by. I was knocked out on the toilet. Leg fell asleep, everything.
I have a friend though. What's that?
I said we ain't scaring you, JG.
Oh, you know?
Watching my dad get old, that's what scared me. I'm like, damn. I gotta go through all that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, and
There's
it's
more
funny
to
too.
come.
It's funny too, right? Because you know how we always like say, like at this age, I cannot sleep through the night. I'm waking up 2 or 3 times to go take a piss. But I have a friend who used to have to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to take a shit. Right?
Wow.
It would wake him up, and he'd have that. I never had happen yet. I
Every
hope
night?
I don't get every night, bro.
No.
3 o'clock
guy,
at
80
night to
years
go
old?
take a shit.
No, I ain't
know, right?
no, I
How
ain't
old
having
is the
that.
guy?
Same
I
age
wanna
as
look forward
me.
to that.
Same age as me.
Yeah, I
Same
think
age
it's
as
just
me.
him, yo. I
You know
never
what
heard
help that though? If you take a sleep medicine at
how you
night,
want to talk
Nzo,
about it.
Uh-huh.
it'll keep you from getting up 2 or 3 times at night.
If you take a sleep medicine.
Take a sleep aid.
You sure you won't wake up with your bed a little sore?
That's what I'm saying.
You better get up when you start dreaming about you peeing. When you start dreaming about you peeing, you better get up because you about 10 seconds from having a rank bed.
But you can't tell me, right? You've been sleeping like you're dead asleep, and then you get waking up because you gotta pee, right? You look at the time and you're like, okay, I got about an hour before I gotta get up. I think I can hold it, and then you realize you can't. You just gotta get up and go take that piss anyways.
I've done that before.
I'm past that.
But like if I'm dreaming that I'm peeing, it's about to happen. So when I get out of dream, I something gotta get up there and you about to change some sheets.
Shifty said, yeah, the
I had
drip
too
thing.
many about those conversations to say, don't even waste your time. Just get up. Now I got to think about how I'm going to get up.
I feel you.
Before I could just get up without a thought. Now I'm like, fuck, I'm on my side. You gotta like fucking rock like this to get out of the bed now because like this is getting old, yo.
Facts.
Hey, me and my wife already hit the curve, Roberto. We got them beds that remote control, push your head
No
up,
way.
push. Yes,
Oh,
sir.
yo, that's the old man's dream, yo.
Yeah,
I
but
watch
that's
that
what
commercial. I'm like, fuck.
I already got that bed already.
Great bed, but do you really want that at 55? You know what I mean? I think.
Hey, I'm being prepared. My boss, he built a brand new house and he had the doors extra wide. I said, "What you got the doors so wide for?" When I get old, I can have the wheelchair and ride through here. So hey,
isn't it messed up that these are the things that we're looking forward to now? You know what I mean? Like,
but you know it's gonna give you independence because I've seen people that can't take care of themselves and they're gonna depend on somebody else. Man, that is I don't want that. That's why I take my butt to the gym. I hate working out. I think it sucks.
You gotta learn to love that shit.
It staves off. I feel better when I do it. I do it 3 days a week, and I hate it. Oh God, I hate it. But I hate more. I hate more. Somebody taking care of me, ain't gonna wipe my butt. Do I come?
So, 100%. I say this, man. My brain goes right, or you know what I mean, like Alzheimer's, whatever, or like you said, you got to take care of me, wipe my butt, or that, or my penis stops working. It's time to go. I had a good life. Thank you very much, but it's time to go. And no more weed. You get rid of the weed, I'm good. It's time to go. I'm gone. Shifty said, yeah, the drip drop thing, I had it happen recently. You always need a fresh pair on hand. Yeah, but if you're at work, you ain't got a fresh pair where you're carrying a fresh pair of fucking brief in your bag.
Nigga look like a scarf. Oh, shit.
They say getting old ain't for the weak. It is not. It is not. It definitely not. Got that beat. When I sneeze, I have to sneeze my mushroom top because I sometimes sprinkle.
Lord,
oh my!
Wow!
Oh wow!
I didn't see that at 57.
I didn't either. I ain't 57 yet. That's like a little 14. Lord, I hope not.
My
you sure you're not
afternoon.
Canadian GGC?
Oh, he's American.
My afternoon naps are lifesavers. Agreed. 100%. 100%. On a positive note, my knees are better in my 50s when they were in my 20s.
How is that possible?
Well, she hikes a lot. You know what I mean? So
I told
I
my wife
guess.
today to get my wife got arthritis in her knees and she had to get these shots. I'm like, ugh, I take her today. But
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, high blood pressure pills, shots in your knees, and all of this stuff. I'm not looking forward to it, bro. Getting old, it's a bitch. I'm sorry.
I have
Yeah.
this fucking pain in my ankle. I don't even know how to describe it to the doctor.
Mine in my leg.
Like,
in my leg.
I could be walking.
You might be
normal.
sciatica.
I could be walking like a 40-year-old.
Maybe
All of a
that's
sudden, my
sciatica.
ankle locks up and I'm limping like I'm the biggest gangster in the city.
That's exactly what it is.
You got gout?
Sorry?
You think you might have got gout, Roberto?
No, it's my ankle, not my foot.
Yeah, but gout can be in any part of your body, though.
What is gout? Like, it feels like your ankle locks?
Gout is like if you eat a lot of fish, a lot of stuff high in what's the word? What's that? I know seafood is definitely.
I don't eat a lot of
seafood and red meat. Really makes gout flare up.
Well, I am kind of carnivorish.
Because there's the natural remedy is cherry juice. Reason I know this is my father and uncle had gout.
Okay.
And cherry juice is a natural thing you can take for it, and then there are gout pills. Because one of my boys at work, he has gout really bad, and I always fuss at him. You know, put that seafood down, bro. Because that with seafood and red meat really flares it up. Seafood more than red meat.
Yeah, my boy at hockey, when he gets his gout, he can't even leave his house, man.
Yeah, I mean,
my dad
couldn't put his shoe on.
Can't put his shoe on.
Yep, feet, knees, and your hands.
But me, it's my ankles, not my feet. So I don't know if it's an old injury that the weather is now affecting the joints, that it never really healed properly. Because sometimes I'll get like a little crack and it's gone. Or that little crack will cause me to be like, oh, fuck, what happened? And explain it. I can't even tell the doctor what my shit seizes up on me. What do you mean? Well, my ankle locks and sometimes it unlocks.
Sometimes my back like that. I could just twist it wrong. Oh.
Yeah, and what you're talking about, Danny, sciatica, that's exactly what I had. It started with my back. I woke up one day and I'm like, yo, what the? Like,
it's that nerve. It's that nerve at the bottom of your back that runs down your legs.
Yes. But my back doesn't hurt anymore. It's just my thigh right there, and it won't go away. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, it ain't no joke, boy. When it flares up, it ain't no joke.
Trust me.
Anzo's never trained in his life, you know.
Go to the gym, bro. That's all I can tell you.
There's
now, one thing I don't do.
You've never done flu or been in the gym.
I don't do legs.
I've actually been in the gym, Roberto. What are you talking
really?
about? Yeah.
I ain't trying to show you up or nothing.
I'll say it wasn't long, a month, but I used to go at James, my boy James.
Okay.
Yeah. And then he had
not
a gym
for everybody, but you know,
house.
when you reach our age, it's essential, man.
Probably, but
no, I'm telling you, it'll put years on you, man. Meaning you get extra years out of your life.
That's what that is. It's that uric acid. That's what it is. A build up of uric acid in your joints and stuff. That's what the gout is.
I got you. Have any of you have cravings for hot or spicy food as you gotten older? I have for some reason. I need the heat. Well,
how old are you, Shifty?
I want the hot food.
Because that was a phase. I kind of try to stay away from it now.
I love spicy food, but I have a huge problem with it.
In the morning.
It's when it comes out. Yes, in the morning. Oh my God, bro, that burning your asshole when you're taking a shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
I can't handle that
bro.
burn anymore. When I was younger, yes. Now that shit just wants to remind me all the day. No, thank you. No, thank you.
I mean, never had that, Danny? I mean, like the hot stuff when I eat Mexican food. Other foods, I don't have to have the heat. But if I eat Mexican food, I want the hot salsa.
The first time that happened to me, and it was with KFC hot wings, right? Never had that issue. Yes, the little ass hot wings, man. I grabbed the fucking like 10-piece of hot wings one day, and I was yamming them things down. Woke up in the morning time, and it felt like I needed a fire extinguisher on my ass, bro. It was burning. I was like, what the frick is this?
Like,
Yeah, so
baby burning, baby burning.
yeah, facts. I'm telling you,
Somebody call 911.
so hot stuff. It's very rare in between. I still like my spicy
I don't know if
stuff,
I got it
but
in
I gotta
Canada.
be very careful.
We got something called hot fries over here. Tom's hot fries.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Delicious. They're delicious.
I know we had these Buffalo Bills, these hot wings, and their sauce was called 911. And I tried that one time, and I was like, "Yeah, no, I'm good."
No, these guys, you guys have a place called Buffalo Hot Wings or something like that?
Yep. Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yes, I went there and I had their 911. What a fucking mistake. I think I ate a third of a wing.
You couldn't eat the rest of the wing? Yeah.
I go, that's not even edible, man. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Put a hole in my stomach, man.
Yeah. And then it's gonna burn a hole in your ass coming out. And it's
No,
like,
Nzo,
no, I'm not even taking that chance.
I know them guys in the kitchen are laughing anytime someone orders that. Oh,
Oh,
yeah?
100%.
Oh, yeah? We got
100%.
something for you, buddy. Oh, you said, taste this.
Hey, pull that up, Hanzo.
Yes, sir.
Those right there are delicious.
Good. Some good eating right there.
That's a heart attack process. Can I ask you a question? What is that made out of?
The Cheetos?
It's good.
Good stuff.
No, Patty, I didn't ask you if it tastes good.
I don't know.
There we go.
Like, you know how we watch how they make chicken nuggets and how they make hot dogs and all that. You ever see how they make those styrofoam cheesy things?
Let me see. Hot fries.
Roberto, Shifty said he's 45.
Okay, Shifty. When I was 45, man, I used to eat these faux soups. I don't know if these guys have them down by you. Vietnamese soup. I used to put so much hot sauce in that broth. When they go back to the kitchen, the chefs would look out to see who ate it. When they see me there trying to get my eyesight back. I used to eat so much hot sauce, my eyesight would go blurry, man.
I was recovering from knee injuries in my 20s, took up running in my 30s. They rock now. Got to keep the muscles around the knee strong. Absolutely.
Roberto, it says dried potatoes or potato flour, enriched cornmeal, and vegetable oil.
Okay, interesting.
Roberto said, okay, I could try those now. But we already know it's an American thing, so they have some hidden ingredients in there as well. You know what I mean?
That's what it's made out of, not what's put in it.
Yeah, that's
Facts.
potato.
I think it's iodine, Danny. Too much iodine.
I agree.
Looked it up. Purines food caused the buildup uric acid. Okay, right, that one. I have bad sciatica. The cones that go had severe hip pain and foot numbness because of it in the past. It's no fun. Yeah, 100%. Got to work out more, Nzo. It'll help with the sciatica. Yeah, I'm sure it will. I'm too lazy. What up, Andrea? What's that?
I walked for like 3 months when I had inflammation around the nerve on my lower back. I couldn't walk for 3 months, man. I thought I was going to be crippled.
I know. I have a feeling that it's gonna come back. You know what I mean? That back is gonna come back.
Littlest thing will trigger it, man.
And back off on sugar too. I didn't know sugar was such an inflammatory ingredient.
Yeah,
causes a lot of inflammation.
Hey, listen. From what I like, sugar is really bad for you. You know what I mean?
Everything, but it's in everything, Nzo.
I know. I
didn't realize how bad it was.
Sugar. Yeah, sugar is really
my
bad
weakness
for you.
Is key lime pie. Oh my God.
Man, I be eating cookies, cakes, you know what I mean? Donuts, like
cookies. Oh my God.
Y'all have something called a honey bun there?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We have honey buns. Yeah. I know. No, I know.
Oh man, honey bun is like
honey is a great replacement, man. Great
sugar itself.
I put honey in my coffee. My daughter led me on to putting honey in the coffee. Man, it tastes good.
Yeah.
Instead of sugar? Yeah, man.
That's the one thing I want to cut out. But if you go and you Google things without sugar,
You get nothing.
I'm better off just eating salads every day. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
try. I get
Something you
stevia.
put in that salad for flavor has sugar in it.
It's more
facts.
expensive, but I use stevia more than regular raw sugar.
You use
Okay.
what?
I would use
Stevia.
cane sugar.
Stevia, Stevia.
I don't like that stuff, Danny.
It's a sugar substitute.
Oh, okay.
Artificial
Okay.
sugar.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't like that shit.
Yeah, you like sweet and low? Y'all have that over there?
Yeah,
I don't
we have
like
sweet
that
and low.
either. All those artificial sugars, I'd rather have none, to be honest.
But there was one that was big time with aspartame, and that led to have studies about cancer. But
Yeah,
stevia
yeah.
is not. Stevia
It's
doesn't
the
have
yellow
aspartame
one.
in it.
It's the yellow one, no?
The yellow one. Yeah.
They don't even put them in shops anymore.
Shit. What was the yellow one called? Someone in
Sweet
chat
and
will
low,
probably
sweet
tell
and
it.
low, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think
Is
that's
it?
it.
Yeah, the yellow one, sweet and low. So there's three. There's sweet and low. What's the pink one?
There's stevia, sweet and low.
I think the pink one's sweet and low. Yeah, the sweets, but the carbs will get you in stuff you don't even think about. I put honey in my coffee all the time, Roberto. Noodles, bread, potatoes, peas, everything. Yeah, exactly.
It's the blue one is
Splenda,
the blue,
Splenda. That's
the
it.
blue
Thank
one
you.
is
Splenda, that's it. Splenda.
it's equal.
Splenda.
It's equal to is one.
Equal. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking about too.
You know what I learned, Andrea? Bread is my weakness too. But if you freeze your bread, it becomes so much more healthier for you.
Frozen
Really?
bread?
Freeze your bread and then take it out and toast it.
Oh, okay.
I've been doing that. I love it now. I feel less bloated.
I don't try. You like the multigrain bread? That's supposed to be better for you too.
I eat kamut.
Kamut was that?
Kamut. It's a different kind of wheat, I guess. It's because I was researching healthier bread to eat because I love my peanut butter and jelly in the morning, you know.
Yeah.
And I have it with the kamut bread, and
I'm gonna tell you what's good, but it's nasty. Ezekiel bread.
yeah, that's a very good one to freeze.
Sweet and low is no good for the body. Yeah, I heard that too. Splenda said bread is one of my weakness that I love to eat. Yeah, and there's a lot
Bread
of
is
sugar in bread.
A lot of people's weakness, bread.
I know. Like you can't
avoid
burgers.
it.
Yeah,
There's
you know what I
something you
mean?
just
Like
can't avoid.
burgers,
Yeah, how do you
pizza,
avoid
like
bread?
A sub
you know what I mean?
is not a sub.
You're gonna eat a burger with lettuce?
With bread.
Facts, Danny.
I gotta have that week. Subway. You have Subway there?
Absolutely.
Yeah, come on, Danny.
I don't know.
Stop your shit, man.
I don't know. Sometimes some of the restaurants y'all say, y'all be like, we don't have that.
There's one submarine brand you have there that I wish we had here. I don't know. Is Jersey Mike's? Is that it?
Yeah.
We don't have that here.
I'm telling you, boy, Jersey Mike's, whoo, you better take out a loan because it is expensive.
Every time I go, I want to eat Jersey Mike's. I can never find one, man.
You got Jersey Mike's, Firehouse Sub is the main big one, Substation 2, and Subway. Those are the four big boys.
I cut Subway out, man.
Yeah, me too.
I got tired of
them.
them.
Me off. They're ripping me off, and they changed their menu and didn't even ask me if I wanted to change, yo. You know what I mean? I had a favorite sub. They don't make it anymore.
Now they sell the foot-long cookies for $5. They get the foot-long churros and the foot-long this and it's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You go to Subway
Dagwoods,
now,
I
you're
had
gonna spend
Dagwoods.
$20.
You prefer Dagwoods over Subway?
Dagwoods
have
is
that here.
okay. Dagwoods is okay.
You know
but
why I
I'm just
like
not-
Dagwoods?
Why?
Because they cut the meat in front of you, man. Butcher style, you know? It's
I
not
only
sitting
went
there
there-
already sliced up, sitting in water and salt and shit.
Yeah, no, I only went
here.
there once. You don't have Dagwoods out there?
Never heard of it.
It's kind of like Jersey Mike's.
Yeah, all kind of like specialty sandwiches and stuff like that, like subs and shit.
But they have
I know that.
meat, Daddy, where they slice your cheese, they slice your meat fresh in front of you, you know?
We got a place like that. It's called Substation 2, and they do that. But it's like
Okay.
Subway, and like you said, you can tell it's straight out some kind of package or something. And all that tuna and stuff, I don't like all that. I want fresh tuna. I don't want no tuna that might have been sitting in some container 3 or 4 days.
You know what I mean?
That make you sick right there, buddy.
Because that shit don't sell. They put it right back in the fridge.
Yeah.
Nah.
My uncle freezes his bread until it's time to take it out.
That's what
I'm
I
a
do.
sucker for greasy fried bread and Navarro flatbread. Yeah, I feel you.
Greasy fried bread. What is that?
I don't know what that is.
American thing, I guess. I don't know.
I never heard of it.
You guys fry bread?
That must be some white American thing. That ain't no black American thing. I ain't never heard of that before.
The buttermilk biscuits are a way of life in the South. That's our bread weakness. Danny?
You ain't lying.
Buttermilk biscuits?
That's
We gotta
you like buttermilk biscuits. Would I be wrong in saying that Popeye's buttermilk biscuit is sick?
I ain't never had a Popeyes biscuit, but I'm
Oh
telling
my
you,
God, Danny, man, they sell out, man.
the best biscuits here at a restaurant is Red Lobster.
Oh, they sell out.
I've never heard. You got the Cheddar Bay biscuits. I've never heard anybody say those things are bad. They are.
Those are so good, man.
They're straight from heaven, buddy.
I can eat those in a sweet tea, and I'm good.
Yep. They sell them in Walmart.
Yeah.
Go to Walmart. Yep. Next thing you go to Walmart, look for them on the biscuit aisle or the bread aisle, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The Red Lobster biscuits. They are delicious.
We don't have Red Lobsters here.
Not anymore. No. Yeah.
What?
They took them all out.
Well, they have it in
Ottawa.
Ottawa.
Yeah, in Ottawa. I bake my own sourdough bread. About 2 hours away. Not too bad. Yeah. You know what, Dandelion? My dad used to bake his own bread too. You know what I mean? He had the old bread machine and everything, and I used to watch him like, nah, that's too much work for me. I'm good. I'm good. And I don't eat a lot of bread. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even eat breakfast in the morning. So it's not like I'm grabbing eggs and toast and stuff like that. So I don't eat a lot of bread. If I'm having
too, most of the time.
You do too? Yeah, I do.
I think breakfast is the best meal of the day.
It is.
But sometimes I just I don't feel like cooking eggs and bacon. That's what I want. Here in the South, it's sausage gravy. I don't know if y'all like that up there or not, but sausage gravy. Oh my God!
Only American breakfast thing I like is steak and eggs, man. That's an American concept, and I love it.
I don't know. Hardy said something called a Canadian sunrise biscuit. It was eggs, Canadian bacon, with some kind of cheese on it.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's the best bacon. Y'all did y'all thing with that. If
bacon and maple syrup, that's us, yo.
If bacon came from Canadian, y'all did y'all thing with that because that is delicious stuff.
People come from all over the world to get the maple syrup up here.
Woo!
It goes over Subway. I never heard of that one. Dagwood must be taken on Dagwoods and Blondie as Dagwood used to make really tall sandwiches. You're talking about the cartoon strip. I got you.
Y'all for Popeye, wasn't it?
Yeah. I use spinach in my sandwiches instead of lettuce.
Oh, that's all for the peanut.
Why?
Use what?
Why would
spinach
you instead of lettuce?
Spinach.
Lettuce?
Oh, that's not bad. Raw spinach is not bad.
I don't know about that one.
Look too much like
leaf. Raw spinach in my salad.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's a Native American bread, Nzo, Danny, Roberto. I got you. Bread fried in bacon grease is tasty.
Bread fried.
You guys will give me heart pop.
Get your arteries checked on that one.
We thought you were old people up here. You talk about bread fried in bacon grease.
But you know, I'm glad that comes from a Canadian. That ain't come from America. So there you go. There you go.
Hold on. I'm
fried in bacon grease.
What's that?
Andrea's American, no?
No,
that was Dandelion that said that.
Describing Andrea's bread.
Oh,
you see how easy that was?
Yeah, for real, Roberto.
No, she's saying bread fried in bacon grease is tasty.
Maybe she had some while she was visiting the U.S.
No.
Yeah, gullible Americans, Roberto. So easy to trick them. That's why we call you guys. You know what I mean?
No, maybe
I didn't respond.
Ain't nobody jump about no doggone money. You know that you won this? No, I didn't. That's what you're gonna hear.
You can get the Cheddar Bay biscuit mix at Walmart. Yep, Danny makes sausage balls out of them. Amazing. Yeah, I don't know about that one. I don't have a bread machine. I maintain a sourdough culture in the fridge and make bread once a week or so. Yeah, I know. My dad just used it because it was easier to use to make the bread. Gravy. Ooh, I can't stand gravy. What? Any type of gravy?
What?
How you gonna eat like potatoes without no gravy? Mashed potatoes.
And then you got poutines. Like you don't. Poutine is a
How
gravy.
you
You
eat
know what I
fries
mean?
without gravy? How you
Yeah,
gonna
that's
eat
what. Yeah,
like a
it doesn't
hamburger
work.
steak without gravy?
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Danny, you guys put. You said gravy on your potatoes. Do you put gravy on your fries?
I never had that, but I
Well,
You
wait till
see?
you do.
You
Yeah, I've done
see?
that before.
Wait till you do. You'll say
It's
potatoes
good.
come second.
It's good.
Facts.
mashed potatoes is not mashed potatoes without gravy.
That's
And like,
true.
and like what Berto said, hamburger steak. Who the heck
That's
on
the
a
whole
dry
combination
hamburger
right
steak?
there, Danny. You slap that mashed potato on there right next to the hamburger steak, and you just pour
And you
that
put the
gravy on it
gravy
like
on
it's a
it.
blanket.
Mm-hmm.
Throw some fried onions and what up? Donuts.
Said all by hand, no machine or mixer. But it's pretty easy and doesn't take much time. Yeah, well, I mean, I'll come for some of your bread. I ain't making it. Long
Sounds
burger
like hot sauce
sandwiches are good.
potatoes.
What's a
Long
long burger sandwich? I never had
long
that.
burger sandwich. What's up, divas? How you doing? Thanks for popping in, man.
Never heard of
Appreciate
that.
it.
You got an image of that shit?
I never heard of it either.
Who's that?
Never heard
Submarine
of it.
burger?
Could be.
I know one
There's a-
thing.
Yeah.
Over here in America, they'll fool over them at rib sandwiches. I never had one.
Ugh.
But I
Ugh.
got
Oh.
coworkers that when ribs come out, them suckers is getting 2 or 3 at lunchtime.
I'm telling you, Danny, this is one of those things because it's like a year round thing when it comes
it
like
only
every so
comes-
often.
specialty.
It's especially so.
What?
If it was there every day, I wouldn't get it as much.
You
But is
see,
it good? You say
When
it's
I
good?
was young, I won't lie. I
To
used to
me,
buy
I
two
can't eat
of
no
them
2 or
when they
3
came
of
out.
them.
you
I
guys
eat
need
one and
you,
I'm good.
you
When you were
guys
young,
need
you
to
never had a McRib, Bonzo?
never. I know I had
had
it
it.
once. I had it once.
When I
I
was
don't
young,
like it.
I had it. I won't lie.
I don't like it, but if you
It was
guys
different.
if you guys never want to eat the McRib again, go on Google and watch
Oh,
see
I
how they
seen
make
it.
that shit. You
I
I
seen
don't
it,
seen
nobody
Roberto?
care about how
Yeah.
they make that stuff,
Oh,
man. I'm
oh
still
yeah,
eating
you
it.
will.
You
Oh
always
yeah,
I've
you
seen
will.
it. I see what they do to pigs and chickens. I'm still eating the stuff. I don't care. I want to hear that. Watch how they make it. I don't care. I'm still eating it. Hot dogs, I'm still eating it. Sausage, I'm still eating it. I don't care.
and that's why
I'm not
Americans
gonna
die.
watch how they make the sausages because I tell you,
It's not even real fucking sausage. It's
If
real meat.
it's full, makes my stomach full. That's all that matters.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. British people are all about boiling food or frying food in bacon grease. Really? Yo, what up, real nerdy review? How you doing, brother? I don't like gravy at all. That's crazy. Ew, gravy, man.
Put
You guys,
salsa and hot sauce on his potatoes.
you guys have
Mexican, yo, not to
Where
be
you
racist.
put butter? You just put butter on your potatoes?
Salsa and hot sauce.
Oh, I know that's nasty.
I put salsa or hot sauce on my potatoes. Really?
Yeah,
So
you're
wait,
right.
hold on. You guys have St. Hubert's out there, right?
No.
Nope.
Okay, they don't have St. Hubert's because that gravy is fire, bro. That St. Hubert's gravy, oh my gosh, bro! You put that on your French fries, that is fire. I don't know how you don't like gravy.
When I order,
Hot
when I used to order
sauce
St. Hubert,
and
Onzo, I would
salt.
What's
tell
that?
him bring me. I said when I used to order St. Hubert, I would always
Mhm.
tell him bring me 2 extra sauce, please.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, absolutely. You need to get more than one gravy for sure. What were you gonna say, Danny?
I said hot sauce and salsa. That sounds straight up.
Yeah, I don't know about salsa
That
on
gonna
potatoes.
they're gonna make me throw up. Hot
Sa-
sauce?
Salsa goes on my nachos. I ain't putting it on no
Exactly.
potatoes, you know? Someone puts gravy on my potatoes, I'm tossing my whole plate in your face. Wow. They call it chicken sandwich or something. Oh, okay. And it's at Burger King? Not here.
What's it called?
He said it's called chicken sandwich or something. Yeah, not here. Oh, he said the long burger sandwiches are good. It's at Burger
Oh, he
King.
talking about that burger. You know when
Oh, I know
Batman
what you're
came
talking
out?
about.
When Batman
Yeah, I
came out,
remember.
they had
Yeah.
that Bat burger.
Oh, okay.
It's on a the burger is real long. The patty is kind of rectangular instead of circle. And going the same length of bread like the McRib.
I got
I
you.
remember that, but that was years ago. That when Batman '89 first came out. Last time I seen one of them suckers.
Well, She says St. Hubert's only in Quebec, but they have Chalet Swiss is similar to St. Hubert.
Yeah, Chalet Swiss, yeah. But I don't know if the gravy is the same. You know what I mean?
It's more or less the same. I
Is
think
it?
St. Hubert is a little more saltier, so it gets a nod, you know?
Yeah, 100%.
You know,
Not
the one
bad.
at Coconez used to have a sauce machine, and you could just keep going and refill it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, man. I was like, fuck, this is heaven, boy. I was just like, I was playing slot machine.
Woo, yeah.
Yeah. I had fucking French fry soup.
That's why no one raves about British cuisine. Yeah, St. Hubert's is only in Quebec. I got you. Fish and chips seem like the only good British cuisine. That and shepherd's pie.
Shepherd's pie is delicious.
Yeah, I like shepherd's pie. Gravy is disgusting taste to me. I can't stand it. Salsa is good on a lot of things. Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Nothing but chips and burritos, tacos. That's about it.
Yeah,
those nacho chips.
Yeah, the nacho chips. That's it. You know what I mean?
Then it's gone.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with you. Well, guys, that was the show. And man, that show went from us talking about getting old to food, and it was fun, pure jokes. I had a really good time tonight, man. It was fun. Yeah. Roberto, tell the people where they can find you, sir.
Right here, Wednesday nights with my boys, them, Big Afford Entertainment, JG Shaolin, and our special guest, Mr. Road to Wisdom, Big Danny, in the house, getting shit off our chest live like we do, you know?
100%. Said great show. Thank you, Shifty Gizm. Appreciate it. Good on eggs, good on chicken, good on baked potatoes. Salsa on eggs?
I've had it before. Like omelet.
Yeah, omelet, yeah.
Yeah, on an omelet. Yeah, I've had that. Chicken, no. Baked potatoes, I've seen it before.
But why?
You ever had salsa?
Like it's a topping. Like you have like sour cream, butter, the bacon bits. Cheese.
Me, it's shallots, butter.
Yeah. Same.
On my bacon bits. That's it.
On my baked potato, I like salt and pepper. I don't like butter at all on my baked potato.
Really?
Cheese and sour cream. Yep.
I want them all dressed.
Yeah, I love butter on my baked potatoes, but I'll do cheese
throw the butter.
On it too.
As soon as it comes out, you throw a little slop of butter in there.
Yeah, and let it just melt. Facts.
Then you put some salt on that.
Salt and pepper. Yes.
Some bacon bits. And you throw a nice little sour cream hat on it, you know?
Facts.
Yeah, I like the sour cream.
I actually never did sour cream and potatoes. So
yes, I
have.
Fire,
yes, I have because I had those baked potatoes at the restaurant with the sour cream on them. So yeah.
And at Wendy's here they have chives. You get sour cream and chives.
Yeah. I put sour cream on my potatoes, but not gravy. British can keep their gravy. Just saying. Listen, man.
British. I thought it was from the South.
Listen.
That's where I remember from.
Bruh, you ain't had a poutine, you don't know what you're missing. All right. That's what I'm saying. And there's some gravy and curd cheese on that. When you have a poutine, you're gonna be like, what the hell was I missing? 100%. Danny, tell the people where they can find you, sir.
You can find me on Mondays and Fridays on my channel, The Road to Wisdom, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wednesdays on the Hangout, Sundays on Storms Live, and sometimes I occasionally join these fine gentlemen here. And like we did tonight, we had a good time, man. That's what it's all about.
Absolutely. 100% said, chives. Gravy is a British origin design. Is it? Well, it tastes good. So I don't know what the hell you're talking about, brother.
It's good to me.
You know what I mean?
With us, since we talk about old people, we haven't heard nothing from them.
Who?
JG.
I know. Yet. I got some time. When I'm dead, then we can talk about it.
That's what
JG just checking.
I was saying the same thing. I was like, I know JG's quiet, but he ain't experienced the shit we going through right now. You know what I mean?
It's a coming.
Oh, 100%.
So I'm just listening. That's all I can do.
One thing that's undefeated is Father Time.
Father Time is the champ, but the world heavyweight champ. Except for one person, because he ain't touching LeBron James.
They got stuff for that,
You had to bring up his name because
I'm just saying I'm not saying that by hate, man. I'm just saying that sucker playing at an incredibly proficient
It's called
level at his age.
He on that balcony.
Danny, it's called left cheek, right cheek, left cheek, right cheek. That's what it's called, my brother.
Wow.
I had to deal with my son and this LeBron James Lakers gonna win the championship this year crap the other day.
That
And
ain't
I'm like, nah, bro.
I don't know, man. Luca put some value on that team, man.
You made them better, but I don't think
They
they're
just
going.
defense.
I don't see them beating OKC 7 games. I just don't.
The most unbelievable, stupidest trade.
Oh, the guy got fired today.
NBA history. Of course he did.
He should have been fired the day after.
Of course he did.
You didn't hear what he said? I'd make this trade again and again and again if I had to.
Oh, yeah, you're an idiot.
He's fired the next day.
Yeah, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. Good for him.
Yep.
JG, you know what to do, brother.
JG Shaolin Terrific, the undisputed final boss of the 36 champs of Shaolin. Wire. Thank y'all for tuning in live for this fire stream on the O.O.C, hosted by none other than Nzo, aka the Abbott, and the Osiris of the Sheet Spliff King, and the Professor of Gunja, alongside the co-host Roberto, aka Mr. 100, aka No Trouble Dead, everything gonna be irie. No woman, no cry. Of course, check out my uncle on the GGC. He was been in the comments. You saw him messages in here and there. He's a funny guy, man, doing good things. And my homie Superwise, of course, always doing good things over here. But the man you see on the screen right now, the amazing, the outstanding, the charismatic, always man of the hour, the man with the fashion sense that can turn any pauper into a prince. One of the finest police officers who ever graced these great, you hear that on so these great United States. Sipper. Sipperify himself. Do you smell it? Do you all smell it? Bask in the ambiance. Bask in it. Do you smell? La, 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 la. What Danny is cooking.
Yeah, we smell the cacao. We smell it. They smell it. Ain't that right, JJ? We smell it. Shifty said, no woman, no cry. Bup, bup, bup. Absolutely. Catch y'all next week. Fun show. Absolutely. Nice stream today that I barely got here. Yeah, I know, but I'm glad you came anyways. And you know what? I'm going to say this because there was something I was going to say to you guys in this stream today, like before or after, whatever. And I don't remember. I promise you, the minute I end this stream, Roberto goes, Danny goes off, I'm going to be lying on the bed. I'm like, that's what I wanted to say. I can't remember what the question was I had for you guys.
Called getting old.
Facts. Either that or the weed. With that being said, guys.
My best friend now, boys, is notes on my phone. As soon as I have some kind of thought I want to keep in mind, I hit my notes.
Yeah.
It'll be gone in the wind, buddy.
I'm gonna have to start doing that. You know what I mean? Because boy, that memory is going just like the body is. Trust me.
That's what I do in the bathroom, guys. I'd love to hang out for this long outro, but I got to go.
Peace out, Roberto.
Peace.
And peace out, chat. Thank you all for coming in, like I said, and we will see you on the next one.
I can't log out button without my glasses, man.
New brand tailor, I tell some clown.
Easy now, no need to go down. Rock that one that they show it down. Easy now, no need to go down.
Till I come round, come for the 4 pound.
Easy now, no need to go down. Rock that one that they show it down.
Sit down, me love how you perform. You grabbing me body, you never go scratch your palm. Wait, your pussy good, me never dead so long. Wait, your pussy good, if you put it in a song. Tell you the man say, him better run. Come, we fight for your pussy, old veteran. Watch how your step, land mine, set a pressure bomb. You just make it sitting tough up and I never gang. Squeegee round and leave him alone. Shake your bum, see the shape of your round. Leave your panty, the G-string at home. Tell her come see me, come for the 4 pound. Me a kai, sign your tits. 30 grapevine, bite your lips. Make you waistline. Why not it? Don't waste time when I visit. Just come in and kiss me, no risky. She a said that the jacket he go fit me. Disappear like when me do the fix. She a fight, but she did Lulu before 50. Come and make me pet a pussy genie. Me I know your brother nothing no wrong if you feel it. Pizza your order, but me deliver.
Greatest trick the devil ever pulled.